Well, good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, and welcome to what promises to be a fascinating day of netball here at the University of Worcester Arena. It's the Independent Schools League, the first fixture really of the season, and high-performance netball at under 18 and under 19 level. Plenty of fixtures running all the way until 2 o'clock, live here with NextGen on pitch 1, starting in just a few minutes' time with Millfield up against Wrekin in their first outing of the season. Alongside me is some real experience across the game of netball. It's the Welsh international, Claire Jones. Thank you so much, Claire, for being with us today to talk us through this fascinating event.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, Claire, it's an opportunity here, really, this competition set up by Millfield, who'll be kicking us up on pitch 1, to start the season earlier and get some high-performance netball underway. A great opportunity for all of these young women.
Yeah, I think, as you say, their high performance being the key element there, that all these schools will be itching to play against each other, test themselves against the best across the country, and really demonstrate the standard that's out there at the minute.
Well, Millfield School, the organisers today, will be getting us underway, coached, of course, by Jenna Adamson, someone who you're familiar with as well, Claire, from the Welsh setup.
Yeah, Jenna Adamson, Welsh assistant coach for 5 years with myself. She comes with a wealth of experience and an incredibly passionate coach as well. She's seen these girls be double national champions. So yeah, she'll be extremely excited for the day ahead.
Millfield seriously proud of their netball heritage. Plenty of talented names to come through the ranks of what is a famous sporting institution. The likes of Pamela Cookie, of course, ex-England netball captain, 7-time Super League champion. Right up into the modern day with the likes of Ella Porter, now Wales under-21 captain, and studying and playing at Exeter University, just like yourself, Claire.
A very familiar place to me, yes. So it's good to see the youngsters also taking on that journey as well.
Well, they take on Rean College, of course. Both their teams regularly qualifying for national and regional finals. The under-19 squad crowned regional champions once again in 2023. In 2022, of course, reached the semi-final of 2 separate national competitions and took home the bronze medal in the national schools final. And it's a top start, really, for Rean College, who'll retain possession and play it through the centre.
Not the start that Millfield would have wanted. Obviously today we're playing 2 halves of 15, so a good start is going to be really important to these teams today.
Ella Thomas, captain of Wrekin. A long ball over the top. That's great movement from the captain, Thomas. There's the first scoring opportunity of the day, excellently finished. And it's a perfect start for Rean College up against this talented Millfield side, full of international players, littering their ranks. Another teasing ball from Ella Thomas, but just beyond. And Millfield, chance to rebuild and get a foothold in this game, Claire.
Great pressure on first and second phase defence, which is what forced that ball off the back line, but they're going to have to be clinical now.
Well, great speed from Millfield, have worked their way into the final third at no time at all, and once again Thomas gets a hand in the way. So
yeah, she's really making herself known so far.
Once again, great movement around the back for Millfield, and a chance to equalise early on.
Obstruction call there. Nice and calm on the shot.
Second time of asking. Eliza Goodwin gets Millfield level in these early stages. Well, a frightening pace to the game to begin with here, and
fantastic composure by Millfield's captain, Bella. It's a really nice, calm, steady head.
Well, there's some really great movement, and Matilda Moore this time, under 17 for Ireland, part of their long squad, gets Millfield second as they go out in front. And Wrekin, for only the second time in the game really, have made their way into the final third with a bit of composure. There's the shove from the captain, Ella Thomas. Real control over the game, and it's a second score for Lulu Dean, the vice captain.
Yeah, both teams so far not really given an inch. Oh, that's great vision there.
Wonderful pass, and Pitt has a hold of it, the Scotland under-17 international.
Oh, she didn't fancy that.
Well, Goodwin hands it off instead to Moore, and Millfield have another. Well, a real frantic start to the game, but this very impressive Millfield side, as expected, perhaps starting to extend an advantage in these early stages.
Absolutely. I think what I'd like to see more of from the defence side is them running on ball. They're creating some lovely pressure, but what you might see is what we call hands before feet. So what we want is their feet running so that they can get clean hands to ball.
Ambitious ball from Massey, and it's fallen out of bounds, so Millfield now will build from the back.
Great strength there from Olivia Pitt.
A lovely turn as well from Millfield, moving forward once again. The captain Davidson involved. Goodwin just shy, in Rean College now will look to break.
Oh, Chaper.
Fumbled in the midfield, and once again Pitt fires it forward. Great movement from Goodwin. Just off the back of the rim once again, but it's fallen kindly for Millfield. And there's another score. Millfield go 4-2 in front.
Oh, just couldn't quite get around the arms there, but it was great pressure again from Wrekin.
Intercepted this time, but there's the hand from Ilalaboye to turn it over from Millfield, and only takes a few passes and they're right up into a scoring position once again. Goodwin just can't keep hold of it.
Millfield are really going to have to find some composure down that attacking end. Defence have really started to figure out their players.
It's great work from Thomas to drive Wrekin up the field. A bit of contact there, so opportunity for Massey, hands it off instead to the vice-captain Dean. And despite Millfield's early dominance in this game, Wrekin still in with a shot, just a point down. But not the pass that the captain Thomas wanted to find. Can't believe it's only been 5 minutes, Claire. What a frantic start to the day we've had.
Absolutely, and as I said earlier, I think the fact that we've got 2 halves instead of 4 quarters, it might feel as if it should be more frantic than what we'd like. So the girls are really going to have to find that control, exactly how captain there, Bella, demonstrated.
Well, that's some excellent movement and passing from Matilda Moore as well. And Millfield have another score, re-establish that 2-point advantage. Goodwin. Wide to the captain Davidson, bit of interplay amongst the forwards. Great take from Pitt. Good pivot as well. There's a hand in there from Wrekin. But it will be Millfield possession once again.
I've been really impressed with how Wrekin's defence have made themselves known. They're really not making it easy for Millfield's attack.
That's an excellent take from Goodwin. And scores it as well, under a bit of pressure from Wrekin, and 6-3 the score. Racking up for Millfield. Ilalaboye attempts the interception, and there's another hand in there. Great hustle from Millfield. Really strong defensive presence from them. And Ilalaboye picks it off as well.
Oh,
a tough call that for Millfield, Claire.
I feel for her as a fellow wing D. I'm not sure how happy I would have been with that myself. She takes it well, though.
Lovely ball from Thomas, the captain, as well.
Oh, she's there again.
Well, attempts to play it on the floor.
Everything so far.
Just look how quickly Millfield flood forward. Davidson, the captain. Along the ground it goes. And Goodwin on the turn. Can't find a target, but there's been a infringement called once again, and Wrekin come away with it. Great pace to the attack, and Wrekin once again in the attacking third. Good movement from Thomas. Excellent
Great
ball.
Vision.
Well held by Dean. Patient play from Rean College this time. Trail by 3. midway through this first 15, the first half of this opening game here at the Independent Schools League. Another infringement, this time by Robinson. So Wrekin will score for Isla Massey, the goal shooter, once again. Pitt gets us underway to Millfield, and
good patience.
Goodwin with another chance. Infringement called, but it'll fall to Millfield. Moore, and Matilda Moore has another. 7-4, then Millfield lead, and once again, Shapari Ilalaboye is absolutely everywhere in wing defence for Millfield.
She absolutely is. She's shutting that. What she's doing really nicely is she's shutting down her option in order to set up for her back two defenders. And as we saw there, Eden coming through with a stunning intercept.
Great pull forward from Robinson as well to put Millfield where they are. Goodwin, another. Millfield lead by 8. A 4-point gap has opened up as great movement once again. Goodwin with the ball across. A hand in there from Harriet Wilkes, an important one, but Millfield still in possession. All the way back to the captain, Davidson. And here's a great opportunity for Moore. Well, it was almost excellent work from Goodwin to keep the ball alive, but instead, Harriet Wilkes will play out for Wrekin. Great ball forward. Loose pass, though. Goodwin latches onto it. Moore wide. Almost an excellent take, but Wrekin get a hold of it. Rean College is struggling to break out of their own defensive third at the moment.
They are, and again, I think this is something that Millfield is really strong at. Wow. Wow.
Picked up once again by Millfield.
My word, that vision both in defence and attack, phenomenal.
What a read by Ilalaboye, and now Wrekin trail by 5. And they've lost possession as well.
As I was saying, I think the Millfield defence across the board is super impressive. I think on both ends in attack, there's just a little bit of lack of composure.
Millfield are up by 10 now. Excellent take, once again by the captain Davidson. Moore, great finish. And Millfield in this opening half have really taken the game beyond Wrekin. Still plenty of time for them to get back in it, and Ella Thomas driving them forward. Great ball over the top. Thomas with an excellent take, fires it in. Infringement called. Great opportunity for Wrekin to try and cut this 7-point gap that's opened up. Composed finished by Isla Massey.
What I think is working really well for Wrekin at the minute is they're looking in early, so despite the challenges that they're being faced with, they're trying to sight their shooters really early, and I think it's really working for them.
Strong hand in there from Sasha Reese. But still Millfield in possession. 11-5 they lead. Patient play once again from Millfield. Great movement all the time from that attacking front three. And an infringement here. Gives Goodwin the shooting opportunity. 12-5 in front. What an impressive start for Millfield, the organisers of this great event.
I think they'll be a lot happier with this scoreline at the moment.
But once again, it's Ella Thomas with great movement for Wrekin. Working hard in the centre. It's another Millfield hand in there to disrupt. Ilalaboye once again with another defensive intervention. And once again, Millfield go up. Infringement, bit of contact. Despite the infringements, however, Wrekin just can't carve out an opportunity.
No, and that's what you want defensively, is regardless of if you're not getting clean ball at the minute, you want to keep these tips coming because it just puts doubt in the attacker's mind. And as we've seen, the amount of phases they've had to play it around so far, it just makes it that much harder to get it to goal, but she finishes that wonderfully.
Finally, Massey has the clean shot at goal that she was after. But Pitt will start things again from the centre. The captain, Davidson. Excellent movement from Matilda Moore. Part of that Team Bath squad that's based in Millfield, but it's Goodwin this time with another score, 13-6. That 7-point advantage re-established for Millfield. Better movement from Wrekin. It's a great ball up to Massey. Thomas. Infringement called. 1-2 between Thomas.
Great switching in that circle defensively between Eden and Fetchy. It's a really great partnership there, you can see. Oh, nice early ball. That's great, really smart play there.
Good take from Dean, and the vice-captain scores. And Rean College keeping themselves alive in this game. Pitt finds Goodwin. Oh. Long ball, excellently taken by the captain, Davidson. Across the face of goal, but an infringement called the way of Millfield. Goodwin assessing her options well. That's a good take from the goal attack. Shoots from a bit of range, and it's an excellent finish. Millfield go 14-7 ahead. And Boye hustling once again, but this time not on the referee's side. The umpire, I should say. Well, Ella Thomas's movement, despite Wrekin going behind, has been excellent.
Superb. She's clearly a real engine for Wrekin.
Well, the buzzer goes, and that'll bring an end to this first half. Playing 2 15-minute blocks in each game here at the University of Worcester Stadium and Arena. And a really impressive half for Millfield, who lead by 14-7, Claire.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I think probably a bit of a slower start than what they would have liked, but they've really grown into this game, and you can tell they're really building defensively, their confidence. I think where they'll need to focus their attention coming into the second half is that attacking unit. And likewise for Wrekin, I think attackingly, there's a few things that they could tidy up on that could full well get them back into this game in the second half.
Well, we'll have a look at some of the highlights perhaps from this first 15. Some really great play from Wrekin. It's an excellent pick from Ella Boye and a good finish from Matilda Moore. Well, Matilda Moore, part of the Northern Ireland long squad, but part of this under-18 Team Bath PDP programme as well. So on the development pathway with Team Bath, how important or useful is it for this Millfield side to have that Team Bath base within their own school and to have their head coach heading it up as well?
Absolutely, I think it's hugely important. I think these girls will have aspirations of Super League, of international, and the more that we can expose these girls to the professionalism of the sport, you know, the more that we can develop these athletes and give them those opportunities. So really, really important. And you can see especially Matilda Moore, I think she's been brilliant for Millfield under the post so far.
Well, you yourself have been coached by Jed Adamson as well. What kind of messages will she be imparting at half-time with her side leading by the margin that they are?
I think what she'll be really impressed with at the minute is their turnover to goal. So that's when they've intercepted and then taken it through to a goal. I think they've been brilliant. I think what Jenna would like to see more of is them keeping possession of their own centre passes and ensuring that on their centre pass, it's getting through to goal, because they are your guarantees in this sport.
And what do Rean College needs to do differently to try and close down this 7-point deficit that's opened up throughout that first 15?
I think what I'm seeing through court for Wrekin is that they look a little bit hesitant on the ball. I think, again, credit to the defensive pressure that Millfield are putting on. But what we term zero phase in netball is the work that's being done in attack in order to get free and ensure that there's more than one option to the ball. So I'd like to see more zero phase from Wrekin, particularly on their through court.
Well, we've seen some great finishing from Isla Massey up front for Rean College, but at the half-time interval here in the very first game at the Independent Schools League Festival, it's Millfield who have stretched out in front. Looks like a cracking game over on pitch 2 as well, at 14-11 the current score between Berkhamsted and Oakham. Can't wait to see that Berkhamstead side, which will be up in action next here on pitch 1. Playing back-to-back against Rean College, who will stay on. That game live at 11:45 here with NextGen. But up first, the next 15 minutes. And a chance for Millfield to really make a statement at this, call it their home tournament, even if they are a far bit away from home. But the organisers here, leading by 14-7. It will be Millfield to get us underway. A couple of changes perhaps for Millfield, but one that hasn't changed is goal shooter Matilda Moore, still scoring points in this second 15, and Millfield go 15-7 up. It's a great taking goal defence from Wrekin, but once again it's Ilaboye there to disrupt. Bit of contact there, so Wrekin come away with possession. Good movement in and around the D, and still searching for a clear shooting opportunity. And here it is, just off the rim, and there's a hand in there for Millfield, so away goes Eden Robinson once again. Robinson, of course, a real athlete with some representation decisions to make, currently with both the Welsh Athletics programme and has represented England at pentathlon recently at the indoor competition. That's a real decision to make, Claire, which I'm sure you've got no interest in whatsoever.
Oh gosh, I wouldn't like to be so biased. However, I have asked her where her allegiance lies, and she's stayed very, very neutral, shall we say. But I think it's clear to see just how she's playing today. She is an absolute athlete. She's powerful. She reads the game very, very well. And she's dogged, you know, she's not afraid to get involved. And vocal, so as a defender, you always want a nice vocal defender.
Great work from Millfield, and they've extended their advantage even further. 17-7 they now lead. Sarah Long, I believe it is, on it. Goal attack for Millfield. Under 21 for the Isle of Man's netball team. Another member of this Team Bath setup.
Yeah, and Isle of Man, a real developing country on the international stage. Wales have played them many a time, and they're a physical side, talented side. They're a country we always enjoy playing.
We'll see how much of that physicality Sarah Long can bring to this Millfield side, whose lead is cut only slightly to 17-8. That could be re-established here by Matilda Moore. 18-8 then, Millfield out in front. A really impressive showing. Rean College back in possession, looking to move up the field. Some great movement. There's a hand in there from Okafor. But Wrekin come away with it. Oh, good movement to get away from those hustling Millfield defenders. Free shot then for Wrekin. And scores.
Shot.
But Millfield will get us back underway from the centre.
It's a great change of direction there from Bella.
A great turn as well. Moore.
Well, you could see she didn't want to shoot that for some reason, but it's absolutely well within her range, and she's been shooting from there really nicely so far. Oh, Chaper.
Ella Laboye once again there to clean up in the centre third for Millfield, but the last ball just goes away. So Rean College with a chance to get us started once again.
Oh, coach killer there. Those are all the things within your control, so you can't put your foot on the line on a throw-in. And unfortunately, Wrekin gave that one away.
Certainly not the right option when you're 18-9 down with just 10 minutes to go in this second half. And that's a great pick and a lovely ball as well. And Millfield keeping the pressure on regardless of how far in front they might be.
I think Alice has injected herself really well into this second half. She's come on and replaced Olivia Pitt, Millfield centre.
That's a great finish as well from the Isle of Man under 21, Sarah Long. Once again, Millfield looking to disrupt, and Ella Boye with the interception. But the umpire's call goes the way of Wrekin once more. 19-9, that gap extended to 10 points. It's a lovely pass. And a clear shot at goal for Wrekin. Ella Boye once again in to disrupt for Millfield. It's a clever ball. And a great take as well.
Fantastic vision.
But just off target from Wrekin. That the difference perhaps between two excellent sides. Matilda Moore's been very clinical, especially in that first 15. Well, it's a real mess in there for Millfield. And the umpire's call once again goes the way of Rean College, who found a bit of space. Great interception from Okafor, but she couldn't keep hold of it. And a real leap from Robinson. A peek at that athleticism there. But regardless, Rean College come away with it. But look how quickly Millfield find themselves in a shooting position once more.
Oh, it's a great rebound. The strength coming in for that rebound. It's fantastic from Moore.
Matilda Moore staying on her feet and scoring yet again. 20-10 then. Millfield now out in front. Rean College on the right side of the umpires, but unable to convert from these strong attacking positions, and that's a physical intervention.
Just late there from Alice. I saw what she saw. It was lovely to really run the feet on, but just late on the contact there.
Rean College then trail by 10. A not insurmountable scoreline in 8 minutes of netball, but every time Millfield turn it over, they do make their way up the field so quickly.
Absolutely, and I think that's the thing with these two halves. They will be out to give their all. There's no holding back. As you might be able to grow the game over 4 quarters, you've only got 2 halves to really solidify a win.
Strong hand in there for Wrekin. Long. A great turn from Moore.
Wow.
But picked off by Wrekin and attempting to move the ball back upfield. Can't find a grey shirt, but instead it's Millfield once again looking to extend their advantage. Well, another great finish from Millfield's Matilda Moore, and the game now perhaps beyond Rean College, and so quickly Millfield flood forward. Long can't keep hold of that one. But
Oh, the ball's just been turned over. Millfield centre offside.
But right away, it's Robinson back there to pick it off, and that's an excellent take from Moore. So unfortunate not to stay in bounds. That's an excellent ball into a bit of space, and this is some better movement from Wrekin.
Oh, well read.
Great work from Long, looking to come back and disrupt.
You can
still
see
have it.
here, Wrekin, they don't have too many options to the ball, so they're really forcing the ball down court when the options aren't there for them.
And as we've seen so often in this opening game, Millfield flood forward, they find Matilda Moore. Matilda Moore finishes yet again. 22-10, Millfield out in front. That's a lovely pass.
Oh, brilliant vision again by Thomas.
Strong hand in there from Mila Laboye. And perhaps it's the work of those defensive players, Claire, that when Wrekin break forward, Millfield come back in such great numbers to disrupt, whereas Millfield are able to spread the way downfield with some great effect, and Matilda Moore always seems to find space.
Absolutely. We just had a caution down this end given to Chaper. Maybe a little bit too disruptive in the eyes of the umpire. So she'll have to be careful with that.
Is that possible for your wing defence to be too disruptive?
Depends what position you ask, Will. I think some wing attackers would probably say absolutely. But again, probably being a little bit biased, I don't think there's such thing. But I think from the last 4 minutes now, it'll probably be best if Chaper just gets her distance and make sure she's building pressure than maybe getting too involved. Oh, that vision.
Ruthless play from Millfield.
Absolutely.
Matilda Moore's racked up quite a tally in this opening exchange. Great pick from Robinson, and how quickly Millfield make their way downfield, and already it's a great finish from Moore.
Yeah, Jen Adamson off her seat on that one. She enjoyed that.
Well, we're watching some seriously ruthless netball from Millfield now, dominating this third of the court, and Sarah Long with another opportunity to push Millfield further out in front to make it 26. Well, the umpire's call goes the way of Rean College, and they might finally have a bit of respite. That was a pretty ferocious couple of minutes for Millfield, who've spread themselves 15 points out in front, but once again they've affected a turnover. Patient play from Millfield on the edge of the D. It's a great effort from Long. What a great finish as well. Well, what can Rean College do here? They're scrambling to cover the options in defence, but then when Sarah Long could finish from wherever she catches it in the D, there's not much you can do in terms of defence.
No, there's not, and I think that's where attention has to turn to your attacking end. And as I said earlier, you have to be banking your own centre passes, and that's unfortunately where Wrekin are struggling.
Well, Wrekin had an opportunity there. 2 bites at the cherry, but unable to convert, and great movement from Millfield to work their way forward. That's an excellent ball.
Beautiful.
And right away they lifted over the top. There was a Rean College hand in there to disrupt.
Absolutely
Still
the right
Millfield possession.
pass. Just needed a little bit more on it.
Good ball across the face of the net, and they've carved out this opportunity for Long, who's been really clinical since coming on after that first 15, Claire.
I absolutely agree. I think they've injected themselves into the game really nicely. I think Alice at centre, she offers a bit more of a defensive style than Olivia. I think Olivia is a really clinical attacker, but that's also in the second half where Millfield have been absolutely relentless on their defensive pressure. So,
and there's another hand in there from Okafor. And look at the pace of play from Millfield. Almost an excellent ball to Moore.
I guess that's the beauty when you've got such a stretch ahead, you can start to try things.
It was a really ambitious pass.
It was very ambitious.
Well, it's a real cracker on pitch 2 between Berkhamstead and North London Collegiate. 24-22 the current score over there. Berkhamstead on pitch 1 up next against this Rean College side who'll be looking for a response in their second game, as once again Millfield flood forward with unrelenting pace. Final pass isn't there. But as you said, Claire, 27-10 in front. Those sort of mistakes perhaps won't bother Jenna Adamson as much.
Maybe not. I think what she would like to see, though, is someone to take control. So regardless of the scoreline, I think what she'd like to see from her girls is just practice that composure, get themselves settled again, as Matilda Moore does for us.
Well, it's yet another score for Matilda Moore. Millfield lead by 28. Strong defensive intervention from Okafor. Another one in that Bath pathway. There's great movement from Emma Thomas once again to set up Rean College, and this time they do convert. But what a second half this has been for Millfield. 14-7 at the break. They now lead by 28-11. It's a pretty impressive turnaround. They've really turned this game on its head, where Rean College were definitely in the game at the break, and there's another interception from Robinson. Searching ball, well taken. But there goes the buzzer to bring an end for a really difficult start for Rean College. Unlucky to face a Millfield side who have turned up in great fettle, it seems. They lead this opening game by 28-11. And, well, a serious mark of intent ahead of this long day of netball here. 28-11, Claire. They deserve that scoreline as well.
I think so, yes, absolutely, particularly that second half. They were ruthless. A few errors, probably an attack creeping in that they'd want to fix, ready for the next game. But I think they've absolutely shown that they're here to play today.
Well, the roar goes up, you may have heard on our pitch side microphone, because with 10 seconds to go, North London Collegiate have equalised, and they finished their game against Berkhamsted by 25 apiece. It was a serious buzzer beater with just 5 seconds to go, and what a thrilling contest. We've seen some great action here on pitch 1. The host of the tournament, Millfield, tearing up with some excellent play from Matilda Moore and Eliza Goodwin, as well as the substitute Sarah Long, both leaving an impact, while the defensive showing from Okafor, Robinson and Ilaboye was something to really marvel at. But Berkhamsted, who have unfortunately unable to beat North London Collegiate despite holding the lead for the majority of the game. North London Collegiate equalised in the final seconds. They'll be live here on pitch 1 against this Rean College side, who have got plenty more to give in this tournament, Claire.
Oh, absolutely. You know, this is just one game. And I think it's really important that you go into the second game just on your work-ons and knowing what you do well as a team. I think on days like this, it's anyone's game, really. So, yeah, really important that all teams today just stay in it, keep calm, keep composed, and know what they do well.
We can see on the highlights here, we're seeing plenty of excellent finishing from Matilda Moore and the rest of the Millfield side, but we're also seeing plenty of loose passes from Wrekin, possibly forced by the great defensive pressure that Okafor, Robinson and Ilaboye were imparting on the game.
Yeah, absolutely, and the thing about these games is when there are loose balls, and as I referred to earlier, any coach killers, you can't afford to be giving them away. You have to be the first on the end of any loose balls. The games are so quick, so all those 1%ers are really key for the games.
Well, a ruthless Millfield then racked up an impressive 28-11 scoreline over Rean College, while on pitch 2, Berkhamstead held at the final second by North London Collegiate 25 apiece. Berkhamstead will be looking for a response, as will Wrekin. Two sides perhaps a touch disappointed with their opening performance. We'll be live here on pitch 1 in just under 10 minutes' time. Well, we're back then for the second game here of the exciting tournament of netball we have for you. Millfield are in action over on the second pitch, of course, following their big win against Rean College, who are back-to-back in action here, this time against the Berkhamsted side, who were held right on the buzzer by North London Collegiate. Millfield in action against Oakham in their opening game, round 2 of these fixtures, and it's a Rean College side with a fair bit of work to do, fair to say, after their tough game against Millfield, Claire.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll definitely want to be more clinical in attack. They'll definitely want to make sure that they continue to have more than one option to the ball. And I think in defence, that was something that they grew into the game with. But there's more to come, I think, from Wrekin in this game.
Plenty more to come, but it's Berkhamstead who have started the brightest. And they've got a chance to go 3 points ahead. It's another great finish, and Wrekin perhaps still reeling a touch from that opening game. They now trail by 3 in the opening minute and a half. But this is their first real attack of the game. It's once again driven by the captain, Thomas. A good finish by the vice-captain, Dean, and Wrekin on the scoreboard.
That's great pressure there from Wrekin.
And they have turned it over. But once again, it's Berkhamsted getting a hand in there. And Wrekin then, a better start to the game for them, just finding their way back into it. It's Paget with the ball forward. Some good footwork by Isla Massey, who was Wrekin's best attacking threat in their opening game, but it's been turned over. Berkhamsted moved the ball with great pace through the centres, fired in. Great ball over the top as well, and this to go 4 in front. Almost a great finish. The rebound goes the way of the red and blue, and they go 4-1 in front. 2.5 minutes into this first half, and already Wrekin have lost possession once again.
Thomas just struggling to see the options in front of her. That's where it's so important. Wing Ds, goal Ds, they're on the backup, they're still engaged in the game to be used at any time.
Well, 5-1 up they go, and right away Berkhamsted are back into an attacking position, and they make it 6.
Yeah, I think Wrekin will be disappointed with how they've started, given they started against Millfield so well and really made themselves known. But again, you can see Wrekin's attackers just all behind their defensive players. Great defence from Berkhamsted. Good
interception from Wilkes, but it was Thomas's pass that was picked off, and they've got another opportunity here to go further out in front. It's another great finish, 7-1. So early on in this game. Well, the whistle goes. The umpire side with Wrekin this time, but they've got an awful lot of work to do. Thomas, the captain once more, picked off in defence by Berkhamsted as they flood forward once again. Good patient play.
Oh.
But a great interception. Good ball out wide too. Lovely movement from the goal attack, Lulu Dean. Patient play once again. The ball just rebounding off Berkhamsted's goalkeeper, but umpire's whistle goes, and it will be Isla Massey with ball in hand. And there's the finish from Massey as well. Good ball from Dean. And Wrekin are 2 on the board, but they still trail by 5. There's a big hand in there from the Berkhamsted centre, but it will be Wrekin possession.
I'm really enjoying the physical contest that's brewing between the 2 centres in this game.
Berkhamsted, of course, coached by Danny Titmus-Morris, Brunel University graduate, head coach of the Cardiff Dragons previously, nominated for Coach of the Year in the Vitality Netball Super League previously. Now with Berkhamstead, has put together a physical outfit. It's been picked off once again in defence, but the umpire side with Wrekin this time. Massey from a bit of range catches the rebound, and a simple finish. Berkhamsted crowned the national champions at the schools finals in 2023, winning 7 of their 8 games before beating a Rean College by 11-10 in the final in a closely fought contest. Their coaches were a little bit disappointed with their opening game. They were out in front with just a minute to go before North London Collegiate came back a storm, scoring with just 10 seconds on the clock to equalise. They've started the strongest here and they go 8-3 in front with still 9 minutes to play in this opening 15. Thomas, a frustrated figure.
Yeah, I think if you see the attacking players, they're all asking for the ball behind their players. Again, credit to the defence that's being put on against them. But that is where Wrekin are just falling short at the minute in their attacking unit.
That's a loose pass, one of very few from Berkhamstead, and you're absolutely right, Claire. The pressure they're putting on in every third of the court is what's really holding back this Rean College side. But it is difficult, of course, even early on in competitions such as this, to come back from such a comprehensive defeat, even if it is against a talented side like Millfield.
Yeah, it is difficult. It's doable, always doable. But as well, you want to go into each game fresh, not dwelling, and making sure that you know you're... Oh, she won't be happy with that. Bit of a misconnection there.
Bit of a miscommunication in attack as Rean College look to close this 5-point advantage that Berkhamsted hold. And there's a strong hand in there from Thomas. And the umpire side with Wrekin. Up comes Shantae to take possession.
That's what I'm really enjoying about Thomas from Wrekin. Regardless of any errors she's making, she's the first back on to try and redeem herself.
Well, the umpire's call has gone the way of Rean College. A great opportunity for them. They've had some extended possession in the Berkhamsted final third, but it's a turnover that goes against them. A tough call for Rean College to take after that sustained possession. Berkhamsted still lead by 5. 7 minutes to go in this first 15. Contact is the call. A chance to extend that advantage, and that's got to hurt really for Rean College, who are just starting to swing the momentum their way.
Oh, well read by Thomas. That was beautiful.
Well, it seems to have lit up Rean College a touch. There's some good movement, but there's a hand in there from Berkhamsted, who've made a strong defensive intervention of their own. What a pass that is, but just spilt. Well, what needs to change for Rean College, do you think, just to get them back into this game? They're under a lot of pressure from Berkhamsted.
Yeah, they are. This is their second attempt through court, and so far they've probably lost it before they've got into their attacking half. So what I would like to see is more drives from the Goldie, Wingdy to help bring that ball down court to then link with the wing attack centres.
Well, a tough ask against this strong Berkhamsted defence. Bit of a point to prove after conceding 25 points in their last game, and well, they've turned it over once again.
Berkhamsted are just running shoulder to shoulder on Wrekin's players. So they're really building pressure, causing errors, and again, that was a footwork call that caused the turnover, something that is so within Wrekin's control.
A really impressive start. And once again, they have possession from the centre. It's a lovely ball. And it's really well read by Thomas, but the call just goes against the Rean College captain. And it results in another score against her side. 12-3 they trail, 5 minutes to go in this first 15. Rean College in possession. Thomas moving it upfield. It's a lofted pass, but a great take by Massey. It's Katie Paget with possession, passing it forward. There's another hand in there from Berkhamstead, so Thomas has it. But the ball goes down and Berkhamstead break.
I think it's fair to say fatigue will start to be creeping in. So you'd expect to see a few more errors, but that's where your resilience, the mental side of the game, really has to start taking effect.
And how difficult is it for this Rean College side, considering you're playing two really physical sides back to back?
It'll be really difficult, but I think that's where behind the scenes, if they've got their own personal goals that they're working towards, and goals are, if there's goals that mean something to them, it's really important that they're engaged with them at this present time.
And once again, Berkhamstead moving the ball up the field with great pace and intent. And the umpire's call goes their way for 14-3. Simple enough finish for Berkhamstead, who are carving their way in front. But Rean College with possession. Thomas in the centre. Umpire's call goes Rean College's way.
Yeah, I think keep an eye out on these two centres for me. There certainly doesn't seem as if there's any love lost between them. I'm enjoying seeing them battle it out between them both.
Well, Massey with a clean finish. Rean College's fourth of the game, but they trail by 10. Well, there is Thomas battling with her opposite position, but that's a great finish. Berkhamstead go out in front, 15-4. Re-establish that 11-point advantage. Great movement from Thomas to drive Rean College up the field. Paget hands it off back to her skipper. Great ball to find Massey.
It's a brave ball. Both defenders on the inside pushing their attackers wide. Really brave to give that ball.
Well, that's a better attacking set from Rean College.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see more of, I think, from Wrekin. When you're 10 down, you've got nothing to lose. So play with freedom, let the ball go. And demonstrated beautifully by Thomas there.
Berkhamstead are back to respond in numbers straight away. 16-5. It's a good take from Paget in the wide channels. Thomas, well, there's a shove on from the Berkhamstead centre that we've spoken about. Claire highlighted it briefly before. And that's a couple of infringements on the bounce that go Wrekin's way. That's a good finish from Lulu Dean, the vice-captain. Dean not particularly happy with perhaps the extent of the physicality that Berkhamstead are employing in this game.
Definitely, but again, it's certainly becoming more and more accustomed to the sport. So, you know, these girls will be on good S&C programs. The physical side of the game is something that's really developing across all the ages.
For how much longer can netball really be considered a non-contact sport, do you think?
Great question. What a question. I think the term is contested at the moment. And of course, what comes with being able to contest is it differs from umpire to umpire. Which again, as we can see in front of us, it can be hugely frustrating for some players, probably depending on what end of the court you're in.
Well, 25 seconds left in this first 15, and the game really could have gotten away from Wrekin, but they've stayed in it. Berkhamstead, whenever they retain that, whenever they're given possession again from the centre, they're so clinical about getting their way up the field and replying every time Rean College carve out a score. An excellent pass.
Oh.
But a missed opportunity for Rean College, who go into the break trailing by 18-7. But we've seen glimpses of a much better attacking set from this Rean College side.
Yeah, I'd absolutely agree, and I think, you know, the focus for them second half is probably trying to gain back perhaps within 5. I think that's doable for this Wrekin team.
Well, here we have some of the highlights from this game. There'll be an awful lot of them in Berkhamsted's favour. They've racked up 18 points in that first half, the highest scoring first 15 we've had so far today across our 4 games. A really impressive start from Berkhamsted.
Super accurate from the scorers here. Here's that battle between the two centres. Thoroughly enjoying that so far.
Well, we're back then for 15 more minutes of play here at the Independent Schools League at the University of Worcester Arena. And it's Berkhamsted who have stretched their way out in front in this opening 15. But Rean College with some work to do, Claire, it's fair to say, trailing by 18-7.
Yeah, they do. However, again, I think if we're comparing how Wrekin performed against Millfield compared to how they're performing now, I think attackingly they've made some great progress. So really great to see that they're learning quickly throughout this tournament so far.
And Rean College have the opening score. Lulu Dean to goal shooter, Katie Paget into goal attack. And the second Lulu Pearson has moved into wing attack. The defence and Ella Thomas at centre stays the same as Dean has a second score and a great start for Wrekin. Well, plenty of changes for Berkhamstead in this second half, but one that hasn't changed. Grace Tyneman has scored the opening point of this second 15 and they re-established that 10-point advantage. That's a beautiful pass up to Thomas, who holds it well, and now just spilt by Dean, and Berkhamstead the quickest to latch onto it. It's in the hands of Emily Mead at goal attack, and the umpire's call, however, goes the way of Rean College. Thomas, Paget. Great movement from Wrekin, lofted across to Thomas on the edge of the D. That's an excellent lofted pass. Lulu Dean looks to take on the shot. Where will the rebound fall? It falls to Thomas, but there's a two-handed shove on the captain, and Paget does well to keep it alive. But the call goes against Rean College there. What was the call we saw from the umpire there, Claire?
The call there was footwork, which is unfortunate. Again, something that's super in Wrekin's control, but probably worth noting, Wrekin are here today with 9 players out of a possible 12 that you can bring, and as you've mentioned, Berkhamsted have had the luxury of being able to change their whole bench.
They've made plenty of changes, but it's Grace Twyman once again scoring for Berkhamsted, the goal shooter, retaining her place after a prolific first half. And it's Twyman once again, this time into Stokes, new in at centre. And a change at goal attack as well. Emily Mead can't convert, but Twyman can, and Berkhamsted stretching out in front, but it'll be Thomas with possession from the centre. And good movement from the captain. Bit of contact there, so umpire's call goes Wrekin's way. Lofted ball to the edge of the D once more. And a little bit more contact. This time it's Benny who's penalised.
Definitely lots of challenges going on around that circle edge, which you love to see. You don't want to make it too easy a pass into that circle.
Well, Meg Hodgson on at goal keep. Just lost her position for a moment there. But Wrekin have scored again. Cut the gap to 11, but straight away Berkhamsted driving back up the field. Patient play from them. And here's Mead with an excellent finish. Thomas from the centre finds a pass right through the middle into the attacking third, and Thomas with it once again everywhere for Wrekin today. Dean, vice-captain, can't convert.
Can't finish it, but I thought that attacking play from Wrekin was so much better.
Well, Meg Hodgson at goalkeeper does excellently well to reclaim the rebound. Wing attack, Scarlett Russell. Another one who's come off the bench, looking to add some impetus to this game. Lofted pass from Twyman. Just over the head. Twyman running to take the rebound. Good take from Shantae, and Thomas in the centre, lofted across. Great movement. Paget. Shantae finds the captain, Thomas, once again. Just spilt, but Paget is the one who comes away with it for Wrekin. Umpire's call gives her a cleaner shot off the rim. Who will take the rebound? Well, it's claimed by Ellie Niekamp instead. Niekamp in goal defence, moving up the field. It's a great ball. Good contest.
Great contest there. Well, that's where you'd like to see a goalkeeper, though, consistently moving around the body. You don't want to be giving away easy contacts from behind. So probably a bit earlier movement from the goalkeeper.
Well, it's Isla Massey who's moved from shooter to goalkeeper. An interesting move. Great versatility.
Oh, and that was the difference there of her not getting caught on the back and rather being on an angle, so she's able to force an error.
Shantae in the midfield with a quick ball into the wider channels of this court, and there's a hand on there. Centre to centre. Well, Anna Stokes may have come on for Gemma Thompson, who was the real battle in that first 15, but Thomas still under plenty of pressure.
She has been, but I think the way she seems to be really enjoying that physicality. It doesn't seem to faze her at all, which is exactly what you want from your captain, and exactly what you want down that attacking end.
Turnover though for Berkhamstead, and now it will be Stokes who will look to move it upfield. Good take from Niekamp in goal defence. Twyman.
Oh.
Intercepted by Harriet Wilkes.
It's a beautiful reverse arm there, really difficult to do, but credit to her footwork then, just couldn't quite snatch it in.
Twyman still with another score, and Berkhamsted go 24-11 in front with 8 minutes to go. Well, they racked up 25 in their opening game. They're likely to go beyond that here, as Twyman could have another. It's a great finish. Grace Twyman has been absolutely clinical in both halves for Berkhamsted. Really impressive from the goal shooter.
Incredibly accurate, yeah, she's been an absolute pillar for her team so far.
Another ambitious ball from Thomas. There's a Berkhamsted hand in there to knock it off court, and there's another hand in there to disrupt from Niekamp. But still possession for Lulu Dean and Berkhamsted, but the ball is loose, so Berkhamsted have turned it over. Niekamp with the pump. Kept hold of the ball, but it's been a turnover once again.
Another footwork call. So again, like I referred to earlier, a few tired legs perhaps.
Plenty of calls that could have gone either way really in this second 15 minutes, but it's Rean College with work to do. And there's Dean with another finish. Been very impressive in this second 15, moving from goal attack to goal shooter. Now Rean College have possession once again with the ball off field, but a tough call goes against Wrekin.
It really does, and again it's just recognising your opportunities to come back into play, but Thomas gets them back in. Oh my word, wow.
Well, that's pretty impressive goal defence from Ella Niekamp, but Rean College still have possession. Thomas, the ball is loose, gathered by Niekamp, who's absolutely everywhere. Good patient play in that middle third of the court.
That's what I'd like to see more from Wrekin. Lots of patience and discipline to work it down to circle edge.
Well, a few changes then. Molly Kennedy into the centre.
That's better. That's so much better from Wrekin. Discipline to work it down to circle edge. Being able to have the freedom to give the ball first time. Gosh.
Well,
Ella Thomas is on her third centre.
Plenty of hard work there. Well, Ellie Niekamp's been given a rest, and Anna Stokes has moved from centre to goal defence. In comes Molly Kennedy for Berkhamsted. Still plenty to play for Wrekin then. Berkhamsted were chased down on this exact number of points in the previous game. Wrekin have got a lot more work to do than North London Collegiate did to level things at 25 apiece, but it's Thomas in the centre once more. Shantae finds the skipper.
Oh.
Is there an interception there? by the new wing defence, Benny. Berkhamstead have moved the ball upfield. Well, that's an excellent pass into Twyman. Molly Kennedy's first real intervention in the game, and it's to take the game further beyond Wrekin. 26-13 they now lead. And Kennedy from the centre.
A well-earned rest for Ella Thomas. She's going to be critical for Wrekin in the next coming games.
Well, Mead with the finish this time. And Wrekin will have the centre, but the ball goes loose. Straight to the hands of Scarlett Russell. There's a lofted ball to Mead. Bit of contact in the centre perhaps, but the umpires wave play on. Long ball forward. Interception by Benny. So Wrekin with possession on the edge of the court. It's a good take from Wilkes. Padgett. Around the corner they go. And that ball just beyond any player of Rean College, so Berkhamsted come away with it. 27-13 they lead. Anna Stokes playing out from goal defence, instead back to Meg Hodgson. And through the centre they look to play. Umpires have called a stoppage as there's a change once again for Berkhamsted, who have got a level of rotation that Rean College just don't have, Claire.
No, and I think it really shows. I think you can probably see a bit of tired legs coming in from Wrekin.
Well, Massey moved back to goalkeeper, still battling hard. But Mead.
I think the impact, oh, that's a lovely early feed, but the impact that each of the Berkhamsted girls have come on and made such a difference.
Good early ball from Molly Kennedy, who will have the ball at the centre once again. That's a good pick out by Mead. Some good footwork in there from Berkhamsted to rid themselves of the defensive presence of Wrekin, and Twyman scores again. 29-13 they go in front, the highest score we've seen here today. Another cracker on pitch too, 14-13 between Oakham and Millfield with 2 minutes to go, but here on pitch one, Berkhamsted have taken the game beyond Rean College perhaps as they start with the centre. Better movement from Rean College.
Oh, good
moving
strength
into the final
there.
third. Well, that infringement has pushed Rean College right into the attacking D.
Bit of a gift that. And again, just for coaches, it's just those little details that can get a little bit frustrating because you don't necessarily want to be giving away penalties that deep into the circle.
Well, it's a great pass from Mead to find Twyman, and Berkhamsted have 30 with 2 minutes to go. But Rean College not taking their foot off the gas pedal just yet, and that's lovely footwork and a great finish from Dean. Berkhamsted then with possession in the centre third of the court, but infringement by the umpire goes the way of Rean College, who'll play out from their own defensive third. Shantae, a return to Massey, but there's an interception and Berkhamsted come flooding forward. Great early ball. Mead with a simple finish. Berkhamsted go 31 out in front. Well, 20 seconds to go on pitch two, however, and it's 15 apiece between Oakham and Millfield, while Rean College, with another infringement in their favour, looks to play quickly through the centre.
It looks intense on court two.
Oh, getting really physical between Oakham and Millfield. While here on pitch one, Lulu Dean gets one back for Wrekin, 31-16, Berkhamstead lead. Over on pitch 2, it's finished 15 apiece. So the second draw in consecutive games on pitch 2. While over here, Berkhamstead will be much happier with their second showing. Mead hands it off instead to Twyman for an easy finish, and Berkhamstead 32-16. They've doubled Rean College's score. Still 20 seconds to go, and well, Annie Stokes, no let off for Wrekin, still battling in goal defence for Berkhamstead.
A true defender doesn't take her foot off the gas, even with 5 seconds to go now.
Well, Lulu Dean will have the final say of this game. Rean College fallen at the second hurdle to Berkhamstead by 32 points to 17. Not a kind draw for Rean College. Their first 2 games being Millfield and Berkhamstead, who look like 2 of the best sides here at this elite competition. They fall to a 32-17 defeat.
I think sometimes it's always best to get some of the top teams out the way, because you can really test yourself against the best, and then you'll know what you've got to do in such quick succession for the games that are to come.
Well, just our luck here at Next Gen. On pitch 2, it's another hotly contested draw, 15 apiece, but we've seen some clinical performances here over on pitch 1. First from Millfield, and now Grace Twyman and Berkhamstead racking up the highest scoreline of the day, beating this Rean College side by 32 points to 17. Well, the next game live here on pitch 1, Rean College have a well-deserved break, whereas Oakham, who have just come off the back of a hotly contested 15-all draw with Millfield, will have to play back-to-back against North London Collegiate, who have had a short rest after their thrilling opening game against a very impressive Millfield side. We'll be back very shortly live here on Next Gen at the University of Worcester Arena for this incredibly high quality independent schools league.
So if you're not on call with me, just so we know. Thank you. Right, let's do that. Well done, please. Well, take those. Do your job. Okay, Katie, do your answers to the court. Nice, good, go. Keep calculating all that. Okay, land, have a look. Don't easy. Nose up, go right hand, take it on. Okay, good. Stand up in your hop front. Take those. Just like that. Your international champions, we do the best and we're going to be the best. One team effort, everybody does their job. Let's go, come on. Big hands in, let's go. We're right now. Let's go, come on. Come on, Adrian. Right, let's go, Adrian. Come on. Hey, come on, team. Woo! Come on. Yeah, they've got it. Let's go, Oakham. Really loud on the bench, guys. Let's go. Let's go, Oakham.
Well, we're back live here at the Independent Schools League. It's our third game here on Pitch 1 live with NextGen at the University of Worcester Arena. And it's a tantalising encounter here between Oakham and North London Collegiate. North London Collegiate playing from left to right in their blue and black kit. Oakham with a tinge of red in their mostly black strip as well. Well, it's been a thrilling day so far for both these sides. North London Collegiate started over on Pitch 1 up against Millfield in that last game where they managed to draw 15 apiece with a very impressive Millfield side, whereas Berkhamstead started their day with a draw against Oakham. This their North London Collegiate's second game of the day. Back-to-back games for them, whereas Oakham have had a bit of a rest following their first game where they drew 25-all against Berkhamsted. Well, a thrilling day of netball all round, but here it's North London Collegiate who have opened the scoring. And they have possession once again, playing from right to left in this blue and black strip. Goal shooter Cheslin Ogbeta with the score. And what a day of netball it's been so far, Claire. Claire Jones, the Welsh international, alongside me. How have you found this thrilling day of netball so far?
Oh, I think I've been so impressed so far. I think the talent on display has been phenomenal. I've really enjoyed, obviously, the mid-court battles that we've seen so far. Some absolutely accurate shooting, as displayed there by Oakham's goal attack. But also credit to clearly the hard work that has been put into these teams by the teachers here today and the coaches.
Well, Bella Fox for Oakham in goal shooter. The first ball just coming right back to her from the rebound. Converts the second. And Ruby Qureshi will get us back underway with North London Collegiate. It's a great take in that wide channel. And here's Ogbeta for another score. North London Collegiate go 4-1 up in the early stages here. Well, there's a great ball then from Nixon back to the wing attack, Joe Watty. But picked out there by Dara Adu, and North London Collegiate will break. Qureshi in the centre. Playing the ball forward, but there's an infringement there, Claire.
Yeah, fair few footworks that's happened throughout the day today.
Well, there's a real battle there as well, but once again, another infringement. Timeout called. With the netball far away from this pitch 1 court here, rolling all the way over onto pitch 2, where Millfield are in action once again. This time against Berkhamsted. The two sides who have both beaten Rean College convincingly in the opening 2 games live here on pitch 1. And in our 3rd game, it's Oakham in possession. They trail by 4-1 in these early stages, as there's a hand in there from North London Collegiate. And their goal defence, Dara Adu. But there's an excellent pass to find Fox. Adu taken out of the game by the umpire, so Fox has another score. And what are your early assessments of these two sides, Claire?
I think North London Collegiate would have come into this game quite confident, given the scoreline from their previous game, but I think slowly but surely Oakham are growing into this first half. It's probably taken them a little bit longer to suss out their opponents, but what I'm really enjoying at this moment in time is their patience to work the ball around, and you saw a lovely screen there in the circle. Unfortunately can't quite finish it, but a really creative idea there from the Oakham wing attack.
Well, Better was picked off at goal shooter, but great play by Anna Mashore to work the ball forward. Katie West at centre for Oakham, though. There's one back possession. Infringement called by the umpire. Harriet Mowbray gets us underway. West. Well, it's fired in, but it was
so
picked
unlucky
off by Dara Adu. But Oakham with possession. West firing in this time to Nixton from good range, who will call the rebound as theirs. There's another hand in there from Oakham. 4-2 the score remains, and North London Collegiate will look to break. It's a good ball from Animashu with possession once more. Another infringement called in the favour of North London Collegiate. Animashu will play with a bit of space.
Yeah, definitely. I think especially in these early stages of the game, you just like to let your opponent know that you're there.
Patient play from Qureshi, a great ball in, and Ogbeta has another score. North London Collegiates go up 5 points to 2. Oakham with the centre then. Katie West get us underway. Well, Nixon's found a good bit of space. Infringement once again goes Oakham's way. This time West with a lot of the court to play with. Couldn't find a pass forward, so instead it's Nixon, West. Watty with a good claim there. And here's Fox from a bit of distance. But the rebound goes North London Collegiate's way. Great defence from them. And North London Collegiate will look to play out. Patient play from them in attack, really, Claire.
Really patient. It's never easy to play against a team that are really composed and happy to play the ball short in attack. It's really hard to win ball, and as we can see there, I feel for them on that. Just a foot out of court there, which has turned the ball around, but you can't ignore the hard work that they just put in to get the ball down to goal.
Great turn from Hornsby in goal defence, and West as well to work the ball upfield. Harriet Mowbray at wing defence. Fired forward by Watty. Watty back in possession. Nixon. Back to Watty, patient play from Oakham, who trail by 3.
Oh,
Well, it was an attempted pass all the way back into the centre third of the court, and it caught Harriet Mowbray unaware. So great territory for North London Collegiate.
it really was. But again, just highlighting the importance of our wingdies, our goldies, staying alert, making sure you're there on the transverse line, supporting the attackers.
Amaramadea J there claims the rebound back off the post. Clever stuff from Ajay, and it's a good
Excellent.
score. That's a really smart move there, just to bounce it back off the post and convert. And Qureshi has the centre. Well, an excellent take from Ajay once again. Claims the rebound. Second bite at it for North London Collegiate. Ajay will have a third go,
Oh, there
and this
we
time
go.
converts. Well, great persistence in attack from Amaramadea Ajay. Adu in possession. They work it well to Qureshi in the middle third of this court. A great ball forward from Nava Enathan. And there's another score from Ogbeta. North London Collegiate suddenly are 6 points to the good. Great take from Ogbeta yet again. And another score, 9-2. A scoreline that doesn't particularly reflect Oakham's play, Claire.
I agree. I think what Oakham can start doing a little bit more is you can tell that the attackers on North London Collegiate are tall, they hold space really well. So what you want to see from a defensive style is being more proactive in making sure that you're twisting and turning the body so the attackers don't have an easy setup to feed that ball in.
Well, Bella Fox converts following the infringement, and Qureshi with the centre for North London Collegiate. Great interplay between Qureshi and her goal defence, and Ogbeta's been found once again in a bit of space.
Yeah, you can see she didn't want to shoot that.
Well, death taxes and a J on the rebound for North London Collegiate. Another score, and they go 10-3 in front. So committed, that attacking 2. And there's a change here for Oakham as Grace Hornsby moves to goalkeeper and Phoebe Payne leaves the field. But it's in the attacking third that Oakham looking to play at the moment. West, great ball forward. Clever play from Bella Fox as well with that jump to just edge her way closer to the net.
Really smart. I think if Oakham can just keep ticking away and keep within this score line, I think it's a really respectable score line so far.
Great battle from Oakham's new goal defence. But it will be North London Collegiate in possession. Jesslyn Ogbeta, yet another point. Ogbeta and Ajay leaving their mark on this game.
She is so cool under that post.
Oh, that was a really ambitious pass, just beyond the fingertips of Jo Watty. So much pressure on
Again,
Anna Mashaw.
another overcooked pass.
Well, here is Watty then, finding Nixon. West, assessing her options. It's a good ball out wide. Tomike and Mashaw with another defensive intervention.
So we just want a little settler here now. We just want it to work down to circle edge. Beautiful drive.
Well, they fired the ball upfield, and now Qureshi searching for Ogbeta. Overcooks it this time, but what a take that is by Ajay.
Oh, I thought she was just hard done by then on the obstruction. But fortunately for North London Collegiate, Oakham's defender was out of court.
Well, we've seen already 2 pretty comprehensive performances on pitch 2. And North London Collegiate looking to stretch out a 12-4 advantage with this attack. Ogbetter to take it on. Back off the rim, Ogbetter with a second stab at it, and this time North London Collegiate go 12-4 in front. Qureshi with the centre, but an infringement relieves a bit of pressure on Oakham.
So that was a break-in. So on a centre pass, if you have any of your attack inside come over the line before the whistle is blown, that is a break.
Great expertise from Claire Jones alongside me, of course. Lovely turn, Fox. Not the most convincing of effort from Fox, but she'll have it back, and this time will convert. Oakham 12-5. They cut the deficit a touch, but lots of work still to do, with just under 2 minutes to go in this first 15. Better movement then, and West with possession. Watty. Back they go. West finds Watty, who's moved out wide. Good interplay between herself and West, the centre. Lofted pass, great take from Jo Watty. Back to West. Nixon. Patient play from Oakham, who feed it into Fox.
Patient. So many phases, but they did not look at all uncomfortable in that passage of play.
Kachingwa, though, gathers the rebound. It's almost a great read.
Fly! Oh, that is courageous there.
It was a great read, and it could result in Bella Fox scoring another,
well
and it does. And that point, all the way from goal defence, that point was created, Claire.
So well deserved. And again, it's just reading. That's why you don't want to get too predictable as an attack as you're carrying the ball down. You always want to be looking forward first rather than side to side, because that's what gets defenders interested.
Animashore, Qureshi. Almost another excellent take from Ogbetter, but instead Oakham come away with it. 30 seconds. They'd love to take another score into the break. Good disruption from Ajay, putting in both the defensive work as well as scoring the points here. That's a loose pass. Almost rolled all the way through to Bella Fox at goal shooter, but instead North London Collegiate will just see out the final 5 seconds of this 15. A bit of a Hail Mary forward.
Absolutely.
Well, there goes the buzzer here on pitch 1, and after a thrilling first 15 minutes, North London Collegiate lead Oakham by 6 in what is perhaps one of the tightest contests we've seen so far on pitch 1. On our main courts here at the University of Worcester Arena, a really thrilling 15 minutes of netball, and North London Collegiate have just been a touch more clinical perhaps than Oakham.
I think so. I think Oakham will be really pleased with this scoreline. They've kept themselves in the game, and that, I think, sets us up for a really thrilling second half.
Well, we'll talk a bit about the domestic netball season, and what this event has been set up to do is to play stronger competition earlier in the year and more regularly, rather than all of these teams meeting in the National Cup finals at the end of the season, as they have done in previous years. Of course, Oakham have had 6 consecutive years at the National School Finals, for example, while London Collegiate were also there. They lost to Millfield in that National Finals last season in 2023. So sides like this are always often in the National Finals, but meeting earlier in the pre-season portion of the tournament, what kind of impact can that have on the schedule, and how positive is it for these talented young players?
Yeah, do you know, I love the vision behind it. I think schools want to have consistent competition amongst one another, and we know a big part of the sport now is who studies who the best. The earlier you can start studying each other, the more exciting it'll be when these teams face each other throughout the season.
Well, another game to look forward to live on pitch 1. Oakham will stay with us on court, and they'll take on Millfield, currently leading by just a solitary point against Berkhamstead over on pitch 2, as we show you some of the highlights from this opening first 15. It's been the story really that Bella Fox has put in a great shift for Oakham, whereas Ajay and Ogbeta are really sharing that scoring burden for North London Collegiate. Will get their changes from their coaching staff in the break as well, as and when they come. Well, Claire, we'll talk a little bit as well, perhaps, about the most recent of high-profile netball events, the World Cup, of course, which you're involved in. What impact have you seen that the World Cup and the viewership that it received, and as well as the home nation's great performance in that competition, what impact has that had on domestic netball, do you think, so far, even in the off-season?
I think it's been huge. Netball is absolutely on the rise, and the World Cup, I think, just went from strength to strength. South Africa did an absolutely phenomenal job of hosting, and since then we've seen an increase in participation, whether that's grassroots, schools, counties, etc., and it's just so pleasing to see. We've got a lot of Super League development pathways on the up, which means that we're including a lot of the age groups and just spreading that talent across the UK, which is just so exciting for the sport.
Well, it's a great time to be playing netball at schoolgirl level, with a long future ahead of us as well in the game. One change for North London Collegiate. Ollie Anselm is on at wing defence. While we await Oakham's changes.
Oh, a lovely rebound there.
Well, Bella Fox continuing where she left off, that first 15 with a score, and it's the first score of the half. Oakham cut the deficit 7-12 as that ball towards Qureshi just goes loose. And it will be Oakham who get us back underway.
Struggling for options there, all down the sideline. Really smart by the centre there to open up the play, centralise the ball.
Now Phoebe Payne back on at goalkeeper, but it's further up the field that Oakham are looking to have an impact here. Lovely wide pass to Watty. Great take as well from Bella Fox.
She is really impressing me. She's up against some tough defenders, and that circle is pretty physical, but the strength on her, the hold that she has on her, is really rewarding their team right now.
Kachingwa and Adu might have the height on Bella Fox, but once again finding space and an excellent take.
Look at that.
And offloading the ball, but still a bit too much footwork in there. A tough call, Claire.
That's tough. Can I say if I agree with it or not? Yeah, I'm not sure I agreed with that.
It's absolutely fine up here in the Next Gen commentary box. We've got a beautiful view of both pitches actually from where we are. And there's another score for Oakham. So North London Collegiate under a bit of pressure. Their lead cut to just 3.
Absolutely, I think that's for teams, when you're in it by 5, it's only 2 turnovers to get back into the game, and in netball it's a sport where the scoreline can change so quickly, and we're seeing Oakham now coming back.
That's a pretty exceptional take from Aramade Ajay, and Jesslyn Ogbeta eventually converts, but Watty will move Oakham back up the field. West, Watty. Oakham with a chance from out wide, and scores it as well. A great finish.
Great
13-10.
Oh, not given.
Well, the point has not been given, but an infringement has gone against North London Collegiate, so it will remain 13-9 unless Bella Fox has anything to say about it. Another score. Oakham in within 3 points. There's some great pace injected into the attack. Qureshi does gather well. Lofted pass towards Ogbeta. There's a crowd of Oakham defenders surrounding Ajay. Ruby Qureshi in centre has done excellently well to feed her forward players,
Oakham's
as has
bench
Prathika Navaranthan.
Oakham's bench not too happy with that call. I think they felt it was their sideline.
Well, another infringement called by the umpire to the dismay of Grace Hornsby. And Ogbeta does score. Only the second point in this second 15 for North London Collegiate.
Oh, bit of an easy pass, that turnover.
Well, Joe Watty got a hand in there for Oakham. But it's still with Dara Adu. Qureshi.
Oh.
Oliansen, who feeds it forward. Almost a greater deception.
Almost another one.
But instead, Ogbeta add another, and suddenly the comeback that Oakham were forcing from North London Collegiate has been firmly put in its place. 15-10.
It's doable. It's absolutely doable.
Qureshi. Ajay misses the target this time. And Katie West will play out for Oakham. Payne. Spilled by West, but that's a great ball forward to Watty. Early play.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. So we had a contact from behind there by Bella Fox.
But a great hand in there from Watty, and suddenly Oakham with possession once again. That's a lovely take by Katie West, the centre. Good defence from Adu. Watty.
It's going to be a really important goal here for Oakham. They want to stay in it.
West finds Watty again out wide. There's a hand in there once again from Dara Adu. Great defence from her.
Yeah, a bit of hesitation in that circle, so you can see that they're wanting to rotate around, but they're not too confident in whose space is who at the minute.
Well, Kachingwe and Adu.
There you go, that's better. So much better.
With great defence, but it will fall for Oakham, and they miss the opportunity. And Veronica Kachingwe driving onto the ball, and it's a great turnover from North London Collegiate, who escaped that set unfazed. Wonderful play from them to work the ball upfield.
Brilliant vision there.
And well, the court crossed in an instant by North London Collegiate. And Ajay scores another. Great movement from West. But just spills it, unfortunately. A look of dismay for the centre, who's worked so hard for Oakham so far.
It's sometimes the life of a centre. Very little reward for a lot of running.
Ogbeta with another score, and suddenly North London Collegiate 7 in front. It's a lofted pass. Great battle in there. And it has come the way of Oakham, and well, Phoebe Payne forced to hand off the ball. The umpire instead handed possession to Aramadi Ajay, and it's a great finish. North London Collegiate up by 8 with 7.5 minutes to go. West forward again, but just spilt by Oakham. Not the right time for a turnover of possession. Claire.
No, North London Collegiate just starting to stretch that lead. It's making it a lot more difficult for Oakham to come back into this game.
Oh, the pressure really on then for Oakham. But it's composed play from North London Collegiate. Qureshi's really run that middle third. North London Collegiate, who have perhaps travelled the farthest today, all the way to the Worcester Arena. There's a real collision in there. But Ajay keen to get us back underway. Good hustle from Ogbeta.
Oh, that's a great call there.
Well, Payne plays away with it, bit of contact. And Oakham centre wide open. Watty, great movement. There's a hand in there from Kachingwe.
I really like the way Oakham are playing the ball around the circle edge. I think what they need now is just a steady offload into the circle that just relaxes their shooters and gives them a bit of confidence on the shot.
Well, there's some great work from Oakham to find Fox. And for the first time in at least a few minutes, Oakham have managed to score 18-11. A 7-point deficit still between them and North London Collegiate, and that great defensive work, but it might end up with another goal for North London College. North London Collegiate, sorry.
Is a hustler, Oakham's goal defence.
Well, North London Collegiate unable to convert from close range, but a good finish from Ajay. We're back into the centre. An unfortunate call, though, goes against Oakham.
Another break, and again, it's one of those where it must be hugely frustrating from a coach's perspective because you've given away your centre pass, so an important possession lost there.
And North London Collegiate, as ruthless as they have been, punishing Oakham once again, and now Oakham trail by 11 points to 20. And is that perhaps the difference between these two sides, Claire? Or is it the physicality of their forwards and defence who have been really impressive?
I think physically both teams have given as good as what they've got. I think they're standing up to the physical pressure really, really well. I think North London Collegiate are probably giving themselves a lot more time on the ball. Whereas in crucial moments at the moment, Oakham seem to be a little bit wasteful of their opportunities.
Another missed opportunity there for Oakham, but it will be Fox in possession. Looking to find a pass, but another hand.
And that was the right idea, really right idea there by the Oakham centre.
That's a great take from Fox. And a lovely finish as well. But not enough open space in that attacking D for Bella Fox to play in at the moment.
Oh!
That was almost an excellent bit of play.
Not quite.
From Ajay, but instead it's a turnover. And there's another hand in there from Ajay. Piling on the pressure goal attack.
So many hands in this game.
Veronica Kachingwe once again. Piling the pressure on Oakham. They trail 21-12, and there's another hand in there.
It's probably a bit of an ambitious pass, that. That is your opportunity where you either want to reset it back to the transverse or make sure you've got a short option to circle edge.
Well, it's been spilt, but a good pass away to Anselm. He moves it to Qureshi. Oakham this time piling on a bit of pressure. Great movement from Anselm once again to create a bit of space for North London Collegiate. Patient play, which you can afford to do when you're up, but it's a great take from Hornsby.
Wow, she's been super impressive this game. She comes from nowhere.
Bella Fox unable to convert, but that's an excellent take. And Oakham are on the scoreline once again. Well, North London Collegiate continuing to play with the momentum in their favour. They lead by 21-13. There's a good hand in there from the goal defence of Oakham. Off the rim from Ajay. Second opportunity for North London Collegiate. 22-13, they drive further ahead. And it's their centre as well. Qureshi plays it quickly to Adu. Wide they go, Ajay. Qureshi once again finds Ajay. And these two sharpshooters of North London Collegiate making real headway now. 23-13. They've been very impressive, Claire.
I agree, and they're starting to punish Oakham now in these last few minutes of the game. Oakham probably have a little bit more work to do if they're going to close the gap in these last 2 minutes.
Well, the goal defence who deserves all of the praise from you, Claire, is Evie Smith, who's come on at half-time and hustled exceedingly well.
Oh,
Nixon.
she's really caught my eye, really caught my eye.
Fox then, another missed opportunity. Eventually it will fall for Oakham. But Evie Smith working hard in goal defence against a very impressive North London Collegiate attack. But Oakham have found Bella Fox, their sharpshooter, who has another score. Well, 1 minute 20, they trail by 23-14. Oakham will be looking forward to their next fixture, which is straight away on this field up against Millfield. But at the moment they're still playing with netball in hand. Instead it's Qureshi. Anselm. Picked off once again by Evie Smith.
I'm not sure Evie Smith has had enough credit by the North London Collegiate for the damage that she's done. I certainly wouldn't want to be passing over her head.
Well, Smith finds Joe Watty once again. There's a change made by Oakham, actually. Watty's off the field now, but that's an excellent finish from Nixon. Well, it's Betsy Healy on at centre to get Oakham back underway. They're finishing this game in fine form. Anselm with the interception there. It's a loose ball. Gathered by Fox. Hands it off to Healy. Great take. Oakham with another chance to score. And
that's great confidence there. She could have offloaded to Bella Fox, but she stood up and took the shot.
Well, the buzzer goes. North London Collegiate have racked up a great victory here against a talented Oakham side, who drew with the Berkhamstead side, who are just about to fall short against Millfield on the other pitch. North London Collegiate, who drew with Millfield, one of the strongest sides perhaps so far today, have racked up a great victory here, 23-16. They've beaten Oakham in a match that perhaps the scoreline doesn't suggest how tight it's been.
I absolutely agree, and I think Oakham actually had opportunities to really challenge North London Collegiate, even push on and challenge for the win. But I think this is what's so great about the competition, is that it gives that experience to be under those pressurised situations, which will be a fantastic learning experience for these girls.
Well, the fixtures come thick and fast. In about 10 minutes' time, live here on Pitch 1, Oakham will be back in action, this time up against Millfield, who have seen off the challenge of Berkhamsted over on Pitch 2 by a score of 25-20. Millfield looking to continue then their undefeated run following their big opening win against Wrekin and their draw against North London Collegiate. They're live here on Pitch 1 up against Millfield in our penultimate game of the Independent Schools League. Hasn't it just flown by, Claire?
It really has. It really has. It's hard to believe that we're on game 4 already, but a thoroughly enjoyable watch so far. It's great to see the talent on display today.
Well, we'll leave you with the highlights of this game, a real scoring showdown between Bella Fox and Jesslyn Ogbeta and Aramandia J. Won, of course, by North London Collegiate. We'll be back live in a moment for a cracking game between the hosts, Millfield, up against Oakham. Well, the games just don't stop coming here at the Independent Schools League. It's a huge game up next between Millfield and Oakham. And it's Oakham with a fast start. Ball just wide of Bella Fox. But Oakham with a strong performance against North London Collegiate, just couldn't take it over the line there. Millfield, however, undefeated. Claire, and how have they impressed you in this tournament so far?
I think, as I said earlier, Millfield are certainly here to play. I think they'll be coming in with a lot of pride, given that they are technically the hosts of this competition. And I think they've had a great start, and they've continued that to this current game.
A great finish there by Sarah Long at goal attack, of course, from the under-21 for the Isle of Man. Well, it's Millfield who continue their fast start. Freya Dunn in at centre. Once again finding Sarah Long.
Yeah,
But
Freya
this time
Dunn not
unable to
had
convert.
too much court time in this tournament so far, so I'm sure she'll be eager to make her mark in this game.
Well, the ball goes off field, but it's Betsy Healy who finished the game at centre for Oakham in their last game. But it's been turned over this time by Olivia Pitt at wing attack. Back in the hands of Oakham, and back with Charlotte West at wing attack. Intercepted by Evie Smith, the captain, whose sister Alice Smith starts at goalkeeper in this game. That's into the hands of Charlotte West, another sister, whose sister Katie is at wing defence. But it's the ever-consistent Bella Fox to level things up for Oakham. And that is a great story, really, Claire, to have two sets of sisters in the first team for
Oh,
Oakham.
how great. Imagine playing with your sibling, first team in the sport that you love. Probably maybe a good thing that they're down opposite ends to one another.
I did have 1 year in the first team at rugby at Old St Joseph's College with my brother as my captain, which was an awful long season.
You still friends now?
We're getting on now, absolutely. We made our separate ways at university finally.
Some much needed space, I imagine.
Absolutely. Not a lot of space between the sisters in Oakham, however, but it will be Bella Fox to restart the game. There's a strong hand in there from Cammy Collins at wing defence. Cammy Collins, another member of this Team Bath setup Millfield have running. Fired into Nixon. Great ball. So unlucky not to finish. Bella Fox with the second. And Oakham are out in front. Well, not very often that Millfield go behind in games like this, Claire.
It's not. However, I think credit to Oakham. They started very strongly against North London Collegiate. I thought for probably about 90% of their game, they looked in control and they looked pretty confident in the structures they were putting out there. And so I don't think Millfield can really take anything for granted in this game. We've seen how deadly Bella Fox is under the post, and we've seen how deadly Smith is in that goal defence bib as well. So Millfield are really going to have to be clinical in this game.
Well, it's a pretty excellent take out wide from Freya Dunn. And a great finish as well from Matilda Moore. A great counterpart to Bella Fox. Two great sharp shooters there. And right away the ball is in Fox's hands once again. And as quickly as that, Oakham re-establish their 3-point advantage. And they're up by 4 points to 2. Oh, that's a misplaced pass. And it can't be kept on field despite the best efforts of the aforementioned Matilda Moore. Another member of Team Bath, based in Millfield, headed up by Jen Adamson.
Yeah, Millfield not started with probably their traditional starting 7. So you have got experience and impact on that bench to come.
Robinson at goal defence, still starting there with the ball in hand. Well, Freya Dunn Attempting to keep hold of the netball, but instead it's been handed over to Oakham, who still lead by 2.
Yeah.
Long ball from Betsy Healy.
A replay ball there from Freya, so you can't have it. You've got control of the ball and you drop it, and then regain possession. That's your replayed ball.
Nixon, West, under a bit of pressure from Millfield. And there's a big hand from Robinson. Robinson, who was so impressive in that opening game, of course. Very athletic individual, representing 2 national programmes, as we've spoken about.
Yeah, Robinson, I'd say in this first half, really going to have to step up in terms of how she nurtures that defensive unit. She's probably the most experienced out of those 4. So probably a little bit of pressure on her in terms of being able to make her presence known, but look after that defensive unit as well. We really want to see her lead by example in this first half.
Excellent lunge from Fox to keep hold of it, keeping that 1 foot in place, and it's an excellent finish as well. And Fox has had a great start to this game. Nixon intercepted by Smith.
Fantastic work, but again, that is the work of the defensive pressure out in front of her, keeping all Oakham's attackers in one channel, so it's an easy read across the opposite channel.
Let's come all the way to Sarah Long with a great finish. That goal really created by, there are many Smiths on the field, but not that Smith. It was Louisa Davidson, in fact, Scotland under 19, part of this Team Bath programme, with a great interception. Bit of contact perhaps there on Matilda Moore. But it'll come all the way back. Long finds Moore. The ball's gone loose.
Oh, she fancied her chances on that.
Great finish from Matilda Moore. Millfield very much still in this game. They trail by 2.
Oh, there she is. That's the experience. That's what you want from Robinson. Unfortunate not to be able to keep it away of Millfield.
Well, picked out by Louisa Davidson once again. Davidson and Robinson at the moment defending excellently well for Millfield this time.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying that partnership, but again, I don't think we're giving enough credit to Smith for Oakham at the damage she can do for this attack.
Alice and Evie Smith at goalkeeper and goal defence, marshalling things at the back, and here's Evie Smith, the captain. Katie West at wing defence. Healy. Well, there's another turnover there.
I wondered if she'd seen that she had. The umpire called her for an offside.
Oakham then still in possession. Betsy Healy. Fox. It's a great finish under a whole load of pressure, and 6-4 the current scoreboard reads. Millfield trail by 2. Whistle goes, however.
Another break. So again, what you want to avoid these break-in situations is more work behind the line. So 0 phase, making sure you're 100% losing your defender before you come over the line. So
Nixon looks to go from range, but Robinson intercepts, and Robinson straight on it as well. Great defensive work. Robinson handing it off eventually to Pitt. And Dunn flicked back in field. Who will it drop for here? Perhaps Freya Dunn. Great ball to find Matilda Moore.
Oh.
Sarah Long just can't keep it on field. That's a real Hail Mary pass, but it's found
really
Evie Smith, the captain, who's once again working the ball forward. Charlotte West. Hand in there from Louisa Davidson.
Yes, I think Bella Fox there just needed to hold a couple more seconds before coming off. But it's the right idea for sure.
It's pretty great movement in there from Fox as well, but of course. Robinson with the interception, and right away she's on the centre line, linking up play once again.
This is where she's going to be heavily relied on now by Millfield. Leading by example. looking early for options and just having confidence to send the ball.
Sarah Long into the quarter splits to inch ever closer to the net. Pretty impressive stuff.
Something
And
I
a
could
great
only
score.
dream of doing, I think.
Well, that speaks for two of us. Couple of changes then for Oakham as the game gets back underway at the centre. Into the wing attack. Still Charlotte West retains her role there. On the wraparound is West. Patient play this time from Oakham. Well held in the centre. Betsy Healy off for Harriet Mowbray. But for now, it's still Nixon in goal attack. Twice off the rim. And Oakham extend their slender advantage to 2. What a cracking game we've got for you here on pitch 1. Back come Millfield. Once again, it's a clever turn from Long. The ball is loose. But Dunn has it back.
Little shove in the back there.
That's a good score. Millfield have come within a point once again.
Yeah, so they'll be looking for turnover now.
4 minutes to go, but instead it's another call that goes in Oakham's favour. West. And here is Fox. Under a whole world of pressure from Robinson, but not legally. Davidson this time trying to distract Bella Fox.
Totally unfazed. Totally unfazed.
Oakham lead 8-6.
So again, this is where Millfield have struggled so far, is actually getting out on their own centre pass.
An ambitious ball from Pitt. It's back with Alice Smith, who finds her sister Evie Smith in goal defence. Smith to Smith once more. Robinson unable to intercept. Great turn from Nixon, but back comes Robinson. And once again, Robinson back onto that line
really
once
is
again.
A great partnership in the back there. The confidence that the goalkeeper went for gave the space then for Robinson to come through on that intercept. So brilliant work by both of those players.
It's a searching ball. Looking for Matilda Moore, intercepted by Smith. Pitt. Back to Robinson, finds Dunn. Shifting it wide, great turn.
Oh, that's better.
Moore, great finish.
Yeah.
Harriet Mowbray into centre for Oakham. There's a loose ball. Coughed up to Olivia Pitt, and now Cammy Collins lofts it forward. Spilt by Dunn. Now Harriet Mowbray will carry it out for Oakham, but there's an infringement called. And the ball goes Millfield's way.
Oh, in all honesty, I think Millfield were incredibly lucky with that call.
Harriet Mowbray gets a hand in, but it will still be Millfield possession. Hands off to Dunn once again. Great ball across to find Pitt. Well, there's the jump from Oakham, and they do enough to distract, and it comes back to the goalkeeper, and fine margins in a game like this, Claire.
Absolutely. Millfield really fighting for this turnover to give themselves a chance to equalise the game. Brilliant work there by Cammy.
Just receiving some information from the Oakham players. A correction for you. Katie West into centre. Harriet Mowbray into wing defence as Bella Fox, with a rare missed opportunity, does well to regather. Under pressure from Robinson, but unfazed as usual. Oakham 9-7 in front. Well, Pitt hands it off to Robinson. Great ball to find Dunn, but over the line, calls the umpires. Dunn. Good ball to Pitt. There's a hand in there from Smith once again. Katie West in at centre. Well held by sister Charlotte.
Oh.
Picked off by Davidson. And there's a bit of tussle in the midfield. Millfield come away with it.
I think on both attacking ends, we're not quite sussing out how well our defenders are doing with those aerial balls.
Well, there's the buzzer on both pitches. On court 1, of course, it's Oakham who lead Millfield by 9 points to 7. Millfield behind at the break for the very first time here at the University of Worcester Arena. And as you were just saying, is it a case of the attacks not firing, or is it that Alice Smith and Evie Smith, alongside Louisa Davidson and Eden Robinson in their opposite, are just having excellent games in defence?
I think, you know, from both teams structurally, defence are working unbelievably well. I think what we need to see more of in attack on both ends is identifying when it is crucial that they slow the game down, they offload a safe pass into their shooters, and especially on turnover, be able to shoot their own turnover.
Well, we'll leave you some of the highlights in this thrilling game, perhaps the closest one of the day so far, as Oakham lead Millfield by 2 points at the break.
Don't slow down, but also when we take that on and then we give the laps and we do our own also fake it, send it to top and then flat ball it. Time will run the activity. Let's give more time to run the activity. That's the best, okay? I only want you to keep it open to try and get there.
Well, we're back then for the second 15 between Oakham and Millfield. Oakham currently lead. That's Alice Wilson on at centre for Millfield, in to disrupt straight away. There's another hand in there from another new player. It's Shapure Ilalaboye onto the field. And as you said, Claire, following a 2-point disadvantage. Millfield have strengthened at the break.
Absolutely, they won't be happy to be trailing at half-time. So they have absolutely responded by putting one of their strongest defensive units out there. And we've seen previously Chapet Ilalaboye making her mark throughout this tournament.
Well, it was 2 attempts on goal from Matilda Moore, both unsuccessful. Difficult range that it was, and now Oakham will break, still maintaining their 2-point advantage over on pitch 2. North London Collegiate, of course, taking on Wrekin. They're currently leading by 14 points to 9. A better performance from Wrekin, considering North London Collegiate's impressive record at this tournament so far. Well claimed by Charlotte West for Oakham, and wide they ply to Healy on its centre. It's a good ball up to Fox.
That was lovely play. Shame. Oh.
Well, rare missed opportunity by Bella Fox. Rebound claimed by Louisa Davidson. She'll bring the ball back on court.
Will have to capitalise on this opportunity. The captain there, Bella, will be relying on her cool, calm composure in attack this half.
Alice Smith with a bit of contact on Matilda Moore. And once again, Matilda Moore unable to convert. Long will finish. Millfield back into one score of this game, 9-8.
Bit of a nervous start, perhaps, on both teams.
That's a great ball across the face of the net to Moore. And once again, Moore unsuccessful, but gathers the rebound and knocked out of her hand by Evie Smith, the captain.
Oh.
Moore once again unsuccessful. A couple of missed opportunities in this opening second half for the under-17 Northern Ireland long squad player. And look how quickly Oakham moved the ball upfield. Great turn from Bella Fox. And Oakham capitalise on Millfield's missed opportunities. We saw it from Millfield in that first game, their great speed of ball to move the netball all the way up the courts in a matter of moments.
Absolutely.
This time Oakham on the counter. Healy gets the return as well, and West finds Bella Fox, a great take. Good disruption though from Robinson. Ilalaboye wet. It's Alice Wilson on at centre. Fired into Matilda Moore, great take. Wilson, great opportunity for Sarah Long. Millfield back into within a point. What a close game we have on our hands, Claire.
It really is, and again, moments like this, they've just turned over, it's their centre pass, they have to score it. There's a little bit of hesitation on the ball, and then what we can see is just we've saw his hands will come in and start to pick off passes, which you really, really don't want.
Well, blink of an eye. It's been equalised at 10 apiece according to our score. Oakham have been gifted another, not sure from where. At the moment, 10-all corrected on the big screen. But this is a great advantage for Nixon. What a finish that is. To put Oakham back out in front. Most certainly the tightest game, Claire, that we've seen on court one today.
Oh, definitely. I don't think you'd want to be drawing with 10 minutes left of a two-half game. I'm sure it feels relentless out there for the players, but...
Well, that's a great finish from Sarah Long, who's really stepped up in this second half.
Yeah, games like this, there'll be one on who'll make the less errors.
It's fired into Nixon on the return. Healy. Robertson's got her hands on Bella Fox, cutting off that option.
Oh.
Bit of contest from Wilson, but Healy comes away with it. Great ball into Nixon. And a great finish. Textbook netball, really, from Oakham there. who go up 12-11.
Oh, that's a shame. A bit of a miscommunication there between Millfield's wing attack, goal attack, but won back by the captain, the ever-reliable Bella.
Almost a great finish, but Alice, or Evie Smith this time, in to disrupt, and it was finished by Matilda Moore, but that point was all Bella Davidson's, with a great pick-off in that centre third of the court. Once again, Wilson this time searching for the return pass, but Oakham work it forward. Healy, West, Nixon, with a bit of distance on it, but a great finish. What a game, 13-12, it swings Oakham's once more. Wilson from the centre finds Robinson. Well, there's an Oakham player left on the floor as Long with another excellent finish, and well, Nixon and Long, both goal attacks, have really emerged in this second half and left a mark on it so far. 13 apiece, the score remains. Well, there was a shove on there that Lella Boye wasn't happy about, but the ball will go Oakham's way.
They will. Unlucky there, great contest, but what you want to be encouraging your defenders to do when you're that tight is come round on the outside arm rather than the inside.
An impressive interception from Davidson as well, and Robinson comes away with it and finds her goalkeeper once more. Ilalaboye, Davidson.
Can really look at the pressure building from Oakham's defence, and that is made for Smith.
Picked off by Evie Smith, Nixon, Healy. West assessing her options, back to Healy. Good interplay to get round Ilalaboye. There's a real battle in there between Fox and Robinson.
Yeah, Millfield will feel hard done by. You know, they're getting opportunities to go ahead, but Oakham's defence just responding and not allowing that.
Well, Eden Robinson's had enough for one game. On comes Okafor at goal keeper, sorry, which means Louisa Davidson's moved to goal defence. There's a hand in there from Ilalaboye, and it'll fall all the way to Davidson, the captain.
That's
all the way
smart.
back to Ilalaboye. What a great ball that is into Wilson. Moore to equalise, or to put Millfield out in front, in fact. And for the first time in this game, with under 7 minutes to go, Millfield have stretched out in front by a single point. Ilalaboye, great movement from Davidson. Moved up to goal defence. There's a hand in there from Oakham, and Healy comes away with it. Great speed of ball. West on the 1-2 with Smith. Bit of contact from Okafor. Nixon, who will gather the rebound. It's back to Nixon. Oakham equalise, 6.5 to go. 14 apiece at the University of Worcester Arena here in this Independent Schools League.
Oh, again.
Picked off by Wilson. Ilalaboye. Forward they go. Moore. Great ball over the top, but back comes the captain, Smith.
Smith is not letting anything go.
Wilson searching for Long. And here is the opportunity for Long to put Millfield back out in front. 15-14 with 5.5 to go. And it's a Millfield centre as well. Wilson, Ilalaboye.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, it's picked off by Davidson.
From a goal-D to a goal-D.
What a turn by Moore. Well, the exchange of possession there, Claire. What a few moments as Moore just about.
What you could really see, however, is all attack are down one side of the channel and very close to the sideline. That is a defender's dream, so it's no wonder that both goal defenders were out hunting for both those turnovers.
Change for Millfield, for Oakham. Mowbray's off the field, new wing defence to try and shore up that far side. But here's Nixon. What a finish that is under pressure. 5 minutes on the clock. Millfield still lead by 1. Wilson with the centre. Smith taps it back in field. What an intervention by the captain. Patient play from Oakham now. Healy. Up goes Ilalaboye, who has won it back. Wilson flashes it forward. Great ball into Moore. Just about keeps it alive. Long on the turn. Free shot at goal, really, for Sarah Long, who re-establishes the 2-point advantage. Casey West back on the field at wing defence for Oakham as Fox just can't gather. So Fetchy Okafor, the vice-captain, can play out from goalkeeper Ilalaboye. Okafor.
I like this control that Millfield are demonstrating.
Well, they've got numbers in attack as well. Moore. Can't convert and it falls to Smith, but Moore regathers and...
Smith will feel hard done by. Robbed from her hands, I would say.
Well, this is the largest advantage that Millfield have held all game. They stretch 3 out in front. Sarah Long could add another here. It's a great finish. 19-15, and it's the game slipping away from Oakham's grasp. They've been out in front almost the entire fixture. But in what has been the tightest of games on pitch 1, on court 1 so far today, Oakham still with possession. There's a hand for Ilalaboye. You rely on your biggest players in crucial times like this. Nixon's found. Takes 1 step. Claimed by Okafor on the rebound. What an intervention. Ilalaboye through the centre. Wilson, great speed of ball all the way to Matilda Moore. And that is unbelievable netball from Millfield.
Yeah, Millfield really seem to relax now that they've got the lead.
Some pretty special stuff from Millfield. Goodwin now on the field at goal attack. Takes it on the return. Can't clear. Smith goes wide instead. So Wilson. Goodwin. Well, what an introduction to the game.
Fantastic. Eliza there at goal attack.
Oakham now, all of a sudden, 6 points behind, the largest margin of this game so far. Charlotte West finds Healy, picked off by Ilalaboye. What a turnaround this is for Millfield, Claire.
It really is, and again, I think credit to the defence that have chipped away throughout this game and really given the attack end the opportunities at goal.
Well, Goodwin just comes up a touch short with that attack. Smith with a lofted ball forward, it's loose. Ilalaboye sweeps it up for Millfield. Moore. Millfield now with patient possession on the edge. Lovely return to Goodwin, but...
Footwork call there for Eliza. I think sometimes you've got to get the balance right of patience but not holding on to the ball too long. And that's where the errors can creep in if we're a bit uncertain.
Well, speaking of patience, Oakham have no time at all for it here. Healy, West. Healy, there's a hand in there from Ilalaboye. It's all the way back to West. Finds her sister at wing attack. Nixon, crucial goal. But is there enough time? Just a minute to go and they trail by 5. And it's Alice Wilson from the centre. Evie Smith picks it off. West, Nixon, back to West. Okafor gets a hand to it, and what an interception that is. Could be game-winning stuff. Goodwin, Moore, put under pressure. This to kill the game. A second bite at it for Matilda Moore, and with 25 seconds to go, Millfield under so much pressure, trailing at half-time, trailing until the very few closing minutes of this game may have taken it beyond Oakham. Eventually falls to Healy. Nixon with a lot of court in front of her. Does finish, but that will be time in this game. What a thrilling contest.
Wow.
What an incredible turnaround, and Millfield under a whole world of pressure, hosting this tournament far from home here at the University of Worcester Arena. They have beaten a very impressive Oakham side by 22-17. What a game, Claire.
Oh, fantastic. I think Millfield are under pressure here, but they stepped that up to that really well, particularly in the second half. But I've just been super impressed by Oakham, how they've grown in this tournament. You can tell they are really enjoying their netball.
Well, you've just heard a cheer go up over on pitch 2, because what a turnaround this could be on the buzzer. North London Collegiate have missed the shot, which means they draw 20 apiece with Rean College. What a turnaround for their day as well.
Amazing. I think, again, it's just highlighting how important tournaments like this are for the girls in schools. You probably wouldn't have anticipated so many draws as what we've had here today, but some fantastic netball.
Well, 8 minutes to go until the final game of the day here at the University of Worcester Arena. It's flown by, but a really thrilling encounter. Two sides who have had, well, you know, a mixed day, but an impressive day regardless. Berkhamstead against North London Collegiate here on Court 1. A game too close to call. We'll be back for that very shortly. Live here with Next Gen at the Independent Schools League netball competition. Well, Claire, I can't believe how quickly it's gone, but we're here for the final game of the Independent Schools League here at the University of Worcester Arena. It's North London Collegiate who drew with Wrekin in their last game up against Berkhamsted, who we obviously saw in action live on pitch 1, scoring the most points of the day against that same Wrekin school side. 32 points they racked up, but a close affair is what we're expecting, perhaps.
I would hope so. I think today you really haven't been able to call which way results are going to go. And as we've said, I think that's resulted in a lot of draws today. But yeah, I guess from a spectator's point of view, you'd love a close game to finish what's been a fantastic day today.
Well, a hotly contested day of netball and some of the highest quality around at this under-19 level, and that's an excellent take from Ogbeta, who uncharacteristically misses the target. Puts Niamh Lillett-Wilson under a bit of pressure, and Ajayi will come away with it. And she'll go for it herself and score. What a start to this game, one apiece. Just a minute into the 15. Well, for Berkhamsted, it's been an interesting day for them. They obviously beat Wrekin by a considerable scoreline after a hotly contested draw with Oakham. They then lost to Millfield, which is no indication really, a very talented Millfield side. While North London Collegiate, we saw them of course on pitch here. They had a great game against Millfield, which they drew 15 apiece before beating Oakham live here with NextGen, and then it was a draw with Rean College actually. 20 apiece. They had a chance on the buzzer from Ogbeta to win the game, but just missed it under a whole world of pressure. And here they are then, these two sides. Really a game that's pretty difficult to call.
It is at the moment. Both teams not really giving much away.
That's some pretty impressive work in attack from Ogbeta to keep it alive, however. Well, Jesslyn Ogbeta is such a target to pick out at this level, but it will instead be a reversal, and Berkhamsted come away with it. Kennedy in the centre just overcooks the pass.
I think it's always a tough ask to finish what's been a jam-packed schedule. So it is really going to rely on both teams just settling and making sure they make the most of every opportunity they have at goal.
Especially for the North London Collegiate Centre, Ruby Qureshi, who's been working hard in there all day. That's a lovely ball, though, to find Molly Kennedy. Picked off, though, by Qureshi. North London Collegiate swarm forward. A patient play from themselves. Just spilled by Dara Adu. Regathered well. Navadethan back to Adu. Picked off perhaps by Berkhamsted.
Oh, unfortunate there. I thought that was a great contest.
Adu. Qureshi. Ajayi. Ogbeta. Pretty excellent work from North London Collegiate, sorry. Well, that's a great take as well. On the turn, and once again taken on the turn by Ajayi this time, and Ogbeta could add another. That is pretty indefensible stuff, really, Claire.
It really is, made harder by how well she holds her own space. She tees up so nicely at the back of her defenders, which makes it so clear for her attacking players to know where to place the ball.
Great effort by Amelie Mead, however, on the other end. There's a bit of contact between the two players there, which allows Grace Twyman to score yet another. Grace Twyman was in pretty furious form against Wrekin, racking up the points in that 32-point scoreline. It's keeping the game to just a point difference between these two sides.
Yeah, Berkhamstead at the minute doing a really good job of pushing the attack high and into the ball carrier. But when you've got that outlet in the back, it makes it incredibly harder to turn ball.
Well, it's no fault of Niamh Lillett-Wilson, but Justin Ogbeta is finding plenty of space in that D. Great movement and great height as well. And Veronica Kachingwa has disrupted play excellently well. And North London Collegiate will break again. Qureshi. Adu. So a bit of pressure on Qureshi. It's the umpire's call. This time it's Anna Michorn who's under loads of pressure from Berkhamsted, but still
not many
they come away with it.
options to the ball there.
Despite that, they've managed to break away, and Qureshi can pick out Ogbeta. Well, how do you stop someone like Justin Ogbeta in the form that she's in today?
I think the instruction would be to really close down the options early on, which I think Berkhamsted are doing really, really well. So then it's what the goalkeeper is doing with her footwork, how she's confusing space in the back, to then also put doubt into the attackers having to feed her.
Well, it's great pressure from Niamh Lillett-Wilson to keep her out of the game at the moment. But it's back with Qureshi, long looping ball that Ogbeta will claim all day, and she has yet another point, and it's Justin Ogbeta that stands alone as the difference between these two sides at the moment. Excellent finishing. But this is some great movement from Berkhamsted. And it's taken well by Grace Twynham, who gathers it on the floor from Mead and finishes excellently well. Grace Twynham so accurate today. Pretty key that Oakham feed the netball into her as often as possible. Berkhamsted, of course, receiving my corrections up here in the commentary box. It's been a long, ferocious day of netball, but we're still bringing it to you all live here from the University of Worcester Arena. And there's a great contest in that attacking third for Berkhamsted. Claire. Finally the finish from Grace Twynham. Well, despite North London Collegiate's early pressure, Berkhamsted absolutely keeping themselves in the game.
They are, and they're really going to have to work that much harder, I think, in attack. North London Collegiate are not given an inch defensively.
Great finish by Mead. And suddenly, the gap's been cut to 1 with 7 minutes to go in this first 15.
Oh, a strong take there.
Great pick up by Ajay, and Qureshi put under a bit of pressure. Still North London Collegiate in possession. Ajay finds Ogbeta with a great pass.
What I
Gathers
really
the
liked
rebound.
about that, though, is Berkhamsted goalkeeper kind of changing her tact a little bit, coming off the body and trying to work out a timing of which she can fly through on an intercept. And she's come away with an error.
Niamh Lillett-Wilson there who forced the error and has created that chance for Mead on the other end. Great work from Lillett-Wilson to start off that move. And it's a Berkhamsted centre as well. Kennedy comes off Dara Adu.
Yeah, I'd say just a little bit of placement there for me. So as I referred to, North London Collegiate's defence is very tight. And so we want to be placing the ball away from the defender's arm so it gives the attackers space to run on rather than give a 50-50 ball.
That's an ambitious pass, Qureshi, but it finds its target, and now Ajay will take it on herself and score and put North London Collegiate back out in front. Qureshi with the centre. Navanethan, great ball from Navanethan. What a target Ogbeta is to pick out. It must be not easy to say because it's a really high standard, but certainly easier when you've got a goal shooter that can take balls from anywhere across the court.
Oh, I can absolutely speak on experience on that. I'm very grateful to my 6'6" goal shooting teammate in Wales, who, when you are struggling for options, she's a pretty reliable outlet.
But it's Berkhamstead who keeping themselves in the game with their great movement, and Mead with a ball across the face falls kindly to Twyman and scores as well. 9-8.
Oh, that is a beautiful passage of play down the middle channel.
Finished off by Jay as well. 10-8 then, but it will be a centre for Molly Kennedy and Berkhamstead. That's just a loose ball. Unfortunate really there, Claire.
Really unfortunate, but again, an example of where we're giving the ball to the player's body rather than into the space that they need to run onto.
Well, it's another great score for Berkhamstead, who are not going anywhere despite the perhaps physical advantages that this London Collegiate side will have, and that's a lot of pressure put on Ogbetta. Deservedly wins the umpire's decision, and again, an excellent finish. Centre from Kennedy. Great ball to find Mead. Kennedy on the return as well. Umpire's call, however, it will go the way of Berkhamsted. Picked out excellently well by the goal defence Adu. Now bringing it forward. Good trust from Dara Adu that Kachingwa would be there to carry. And forward comes Veronica Kachingwa to find Qureshi. Lofted ball forward. Navanethan, great ball. And that's another score. 12-9. Relentless stuff from North London Collegiate. What a ball that is from Ajay.
That is the danger. If you go to sleep defensively with a target like that under the post, you will get punished.
Kennedy with the centre. Infringement called by the umpire. Forward comes Binney to take the ball. Twynham successful with the finish there, but straight away Navanethan comes forward searching for Ogbetta. Great hand in there from Neve Lillett-Wilson. Fired into Prithika Navanethan, but it's Berkhamsted who come away with it. 13-10, they trail. Great forward passing, great pace of ball injected by Molly Kennedy. Lovely pass as well from Mead to find Twynham. And she does score, 13-11. Well, it's been an excellent game in this first 15 minutes so far.
Absolutely. I think there have been times where Berkhamsted could have allowed the scoreline to drift, but they've stayed in it, and they are absolutely fighting back.
Great turn from Mead, and the gap is cut to 1. North London Collegiate once again being kept under pressure by Berkhamsted. No space at all for them to reach out in front at the moment. Qureshi, that's an excellent ball fired in to Ajay, but Neve Lillett-Wilson with great defending.
That is, I'm so pleased to see that for Wilson. She's deserved a turnover from the back. As I say, she has really been trying hard to suss out the best way to defend that outlet.
Twynham, one of the most consistent finishers in the Independent Schools League, has levelled it up for Berkhamsted with just a minute to go in this first 15, and at multiple times in this game the match has threatened to get away from Berkhamsted, but they've not allowed it, and excellent work throughout. Stokes, lofted forward but picked off by Kachingwe. But infringement goes against North London Collegiate, Claire.
It does, a slight shove in the back there.
Berkhamsted go out in front with 20 seconds to go in this first 15. The momentum really changing here, but it's Navanethan to pick out Ogbetta to equalise right on the buzzer. And we will go into the break at 14 apiece.
Oh, they'll be disappointed that they had to take that final centre pass. Ideally, they would have wanted to have held that for the 3 seconds they had, so they started the second half with that centre pass, but an exciting first half nonetheless.
What a thrilling game we have for you in the closing fixture of the Independent Schools League. Over on the other pitch, of course, where Oakham take on Wrekin. Wrekin have come back into some great form. Currently the score sits at 13-10 on the buzzer. But over here on the main court, a fascinating first half of netball leaves Berkhamsted and North London Collegiate at 14 apiece. We're back then for the second half of this thrilling game of netball between the North London Collegiate side and Berkhamstead. A few changes for Berkhamstead, of course. Neem Wilson stays in at goalkeeper, but Ellen Niekamp comes in. Molly Kennedy at wing defence, and Atty Binny moves to centre. Grace Timon and Amelia Mead still stay up front. Abby Haynes into wing attack. Well, Abby Harris still at wing attack.
Oh.
Well, what a great start this is for the North London Collegiate side, but picked off excellently well at goal defence by Ellen Niekamp. And This could be the perfect start for Berkhamstead to this second half. It's a great finish by Mead. Or Timon, sorry. Mead moving to goal shooter. Berkhamstead with the centre then. 16-15 the current score on the big screen. Keeping things updated for you here. Well, it's a real hustle in that attacking third, and it has eventually fallen here for Twyman, who scores yet another. Centre then for North London Collegiate. Moving the full forward, Ajay. Searching ball, what a take that is.
Oh, the vision.
By Aramanda Ajay. And a great finish. North London Collegiate go up 17-16.
Oh, an unfortunate call there. So it was deemed for your foot not to be wholly in the circle.
Well, another tough call for the umpire there as well.
Really tough, but again, one of those errors that are fully within your own control, so can be hugely frustrating.
And Ockbetter capitalises on it as well. 18-16 then, the score. North London Collegiate win it back once again. Ajay skips Ockbetter this time, straight to Navanethan. There's a hand in there, but Ajay comes away with it on the turn, scores another, 19-16. What a start to this second half for North London Collegiate, Claire.
It really is. They've come out fighting.
Well, it's just dropped into the path of Mead. It's a great finish. Berkhamsted back onto the forefront, still trailed by 2. Ajay, great ball for Qureshi. And it's a huge intervention from Leave Lillet Wilson.
It was just, oh, that really is becoming a trademark.
Trademark for Aramada Ajay off the post yet again. How do you defend that with only one in the defensive D?
It's pretty impossible. I think you've really got to try and expect it. And again, it's your footwork, it's your anticipating it to put doubt in their mind so they can't use the post. But if it's done quick enough, there's probably not much you can do as a defender.
Mead looks to take it on, instead finds Twyman once again. Rolls around the ring, but eventually falls the right way for Berkhamsted. 20-18, they trail by 2 with a centre for Qureshi. Ambitious pass into open space. So Need Lillet Wilson will look to get things going. It almost intercepts it from Ajay, but that's a lovely ball forward. And suddenly Berkhamsted are in the attacking third. Twyman, big hand in there from Kachingwa. But the infringement goes the way of Berkhamsted, just dropped into the feet of Twyman. Excellent take and an even better finish. What a comeback this is from Berkhamsted, 2019. Dragging the momentum their way, Claire.
It really is. I think what we're seeing from Berkhamsted is the ability to just be calm in their possession, exactly like we've just seen now. Waiting for the options to open up for them. And importantly, in the position they're in now, finishing their shots. Well,
they've levelled things up 20 apiece, but it's a centre for North London Collegiate.
Oh,
picked
wow.
off excellently well. What a turnover and what a time to do it. Mead searching for options. Back to Abby Harris. Twyman.
I will look forward to seeing that again from nowhere. I think probably took her own teammates by surprise.
Well, once again, Berkhamsted won't stop coming, but it's an unfortunate turnover. Oh, instead it's called back for Berkhamsted ball.
This is where you want your attackers to reward what has been a brilliant defensive effort so far. And they do.
It's another great finish. Berkhamstead 2 up, and the pendulum swings once more. It will still be a North London Collegiate centre. Great ball from Qureshi to find Ajay coming into the defensive third. Well, Ajay has just bodied her opposite man, waved play on, but good Lord, what a contest this is turning into, and it's a great finish from Ogbeta.
She looks as if she's still got a smile on her face, though, so...
Niekamp off the bench, back to her feet. And back with possession in hand. That ball's gone loose. Oh, just can't be regathered by Berkhamsted centre. So the score remains 22-21, and it's Kachingwe in possession. Can't get over that work from Ajay to put her opposite player to ground and create the space for Ogbeta. Good ball from Qureshi, and it's gone loose. Twyman looks to play with it quickly. It's into the hands of Harris. Mead on the turn. Kachingwe to beat. Who will it fall to? Well, that was a tight call for the umpires to make. Berkhamsted in possession. Just can't finish it, and Kachingwe comes away with it. And there's an infringement too, so North London Collegiate have really escaped with one there.
They really did. 2 opportunities at goal to extend their lead slightly. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get there.
Patient play from Kachingwe, but it's been picked off by Berkhamsted, but not to the liking of the umpire.
Hard done by. I thought that was a beautiful read of the game.
Well, just juggled in possession this time by Anima Shawn. Call this time once again goes in North London Collegiate's favour.
Oh, there she is again.
Picked off again by Ati Binney at wing defence. What a game she's had in this second half. Mead.
This is what you want from your defenders, recognising the importance of the critical moments that they've got themselves in and stepping up and not allowing the opposition to get the better of you.
However, the ball has been turned over, and it's great work as Berkhamsted threw players forward. Ogbeta puts her opposite defender to the floor and finishes well and levels it up for North London Collegiate. What a game. First score for a few moments in what has been a highly contested encounter.
Oh.
What a take that is. Ajay keeps it alive. Qureshi everywhere for North London Collegiate. Great ball, this time can't be held by Navin Ethan. Neve Lillett-Wilson searches for options. Back come Berkhamsted, loose ball, regathered by the centre. And the infringement goes Berkhamsted's way this time. What a great lofted ball through. Mead intercepted. Attack over for Berkhamsted for the moment.
Yeah.
Up comes Anima Shawn, flying forward. Ajay. What a take. Picks out Ogbeta.
Yeah, Berkhamsted, they're doing all the right things defensively. But when you've got an outlet like North London Collegiate do in the back, it's so important down Berkhamsted's attacking end that they get things right.
Binney into centre. Picks out Mead. What a finish that is to level things up. North London Collegiate, great movement to carve out the options. Anima Shawn wide. That's a great pass. Who else to pick out but Ogbeta to put North London Collegiate back in front. 5 minutes to go, and this game really could go either way, Claire.
It really could. I'm not a betting person, but right now, I really wouldn't have a clue where to put my money.
Well, a couple of changes then for Berkhamsted, ringing them in. 3 changes in total.
Yeah, you'd really like to be depending on your impact players now to drive the last 4 minutes forward.
Look at that for quick movement. What a take. Berkhamstead to level things up. First touch of the ball for their new goal shooter. What a moment that is for the substitute, and no time to rest, however. North London Collegiate continue to drive forward. Qureshi, what a take from Ogbeta. And in the blink of an eye, North London Collegiate go back out in front. 4 minutes to go. Berkhamsted with some new life to their game all of a sudden. Twyman, Qureshi battling for it, and Adu comes away with it. Kachingwe finds Qureshi, but there's an infringement there.
3 seconds, so big defensive pressure there from the attacking end.
And it's borne fruit as well. Twyman with the score. Scores level again, 25 apiece. Fired into Qureshi, controls it well. Good take from Ajay. Picks out Navanethan this time.
So I think defensively they're trying a 2-on-1 in the back, again to try and stop that easy outlet.
But Ogbeta converts under little pressure. Centre then for Berkhamsted, flinging it forward once more. There's a great turn. Twyman has another, just creeps inside, so the score's once again levelled up, 26 apiece. Can anything separate these two sides in this final game of the Independent Schools League? The closest game we've seen by some margin, even at this stage, between Millfield and Oakham. Millfield began to stretch out in front, but not here. There's a great pass into Ogbeta, but it goes loose.
Oh.
But the umpire's call favours North London Collegiate, and of course, Justin Ogbeta. Ogbeta converts from close range. Berkhamsted wastes no time getting it back underway, hunting for that equaliser once more. Another infringement. Loads of pressure on the umpires in this situation, Claire.
There was an appeal there to the umpire. I think she felt as though she was obstructing. It was a deem not.
And that means North London Collegiate can break. Berkhamsted get a hand to it. The ball goes loose, but Kachingwe gathers it and finds the centre, Qureshi, and still they go up the field. Ogbeta ripped out of her possession.
It's worth a go, right?
But unfortunately, all that does is set up Justin Ogbeta to extend the advantage to 2 for the first time in what feels like this entire second half. 1 minute 30 to go. It's a centre for North London Collegiate. Stolen.
Oh.
Neve Lillett-Wilson with a great read.
Goes for her.
Ogbeta with a great take to go 3 out in front. And with 1 minute 20 to go, North London Collegiate have just been on the right side of the umpire's call, perhaps, Claire.
I would say so. I would absolutely say so. I think I'd remember that moment of a netball game if it were me.
What an interception from Kachingwe, and the ball falls loose, and Veronica Kachingwe comes away with it again. There's a hand in there from Berkhamsted. But the ball goes the way of North London Collegiate, and they could kill it here with just 45 seconds to go. Navanethan, interception by Neve Lillett-Wilson.
Oh, that's a
turnover.
Brilliant call. I think the changes that have been made by Berkhamsted have been really smart. I've really liked the impact they've had on this game.
Well, there's some great movement all around the attacking third, and it's so unlucky not to find its target with 20 seconds to go. To Berkhamsted have enough time. Kachingwe will hold on to this for as long as she can, and good pressure from Berkhamsted, but it might not be enough. Well, with only a few seconds to go here. North London Collegiate have won the game. Well, Berkhamsted will finish on the buzzer, and they might give them the single score to make it 29-26. But regardless, North London Collegiate have come away with a victory, in what has been one of the most entertaining games of netball we've seen here live at the University of Worcester Arena. What a perfect way to end this day of netball.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I've kept referring to the talent that's been on display today. I have been blown away by the effort the girls have put in from start to finish. Yeah, that battle. What a battle to finish the day.
What a standard of netball we've seen as well from these very young women. It's a great advert for the future of the game, you must say, Claire.
Oh, it really is. And the learnings that these girls will take away from today will be huge. What they can take back to their own schools and grow even further. It'll be fantastic for next year to come for sure.
Well, after an fantastic and thrilling game of netball, we've had some incredibly close competitions. We've seen some excellent performances from players all over the field, and joining me for the very end of the day is the head coach of Millfield, Jenna Adamson. Jenna, what an excellent day of netball you've managed to pull together here at the University of Worcester Arena.
Thank you. It's been amazing to have everyone all under the same roof, to have so many great players, to have so many great people involved in the tournament today. It's just been everything that I ever wanted. So yeah, really grateful for everybody being here and the fantastic display of netball that we've seen.
Of course, we'll touch upon your Millfield side, who've had a really excellent day. Some great rotation in there as well. You must be looking forward to the season. I bet you can't wait for it to begin.
I know, yeah. So we've had some really good games to start with, but I think, to beat and to meet the best schools in the country, it's fantastic, and for us to be able to continue to build on that is great. It's really, really good exposure. There's other girls to be added into the team, as I'm sure there are for the other teams as well. But yeah, this is a great building block, and it's great exposure for the girls, and to continue hopefully from going strength to strength. So yeah, some close games, but yeah, really enjoyable.
And Claire, it's been so great to have you alongside us all day, imparting your wisdom, to have someone so experienced. We're very lucky, but a great day for the Celtic Dragons, now the Cardiff Dragons. Plenty of former staff, and current players on stay as well. And it says a lot about the future of the Vitality Netball League, the Super League. So how many of these players do you think could be on that stage in a few years' time?
Oh my word, I have been so impressed by the talent on display. I would say a fair few of these girls are going to be pushing for the Super League stage, and it's opportunities like today that, having that pressure on them, getting used to it being streamed, being in such tight contested games, getting used to that will pay dividends when they do eventually get to a Super League road.
And a great day for Millfield, a great day for Team Bath as well, who had plenty of players on show.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit more about the opportunity that is that Millfield have got in and around their setup.
Yeah, so we formed a partnership with Team Bath, and we host the Team Bath Academy Development Centre at Millfield on a Monday evening, which is fantastic. It enables and helps the youngsters being able to come up through the pathway, and I guess it's on their doorstep, so it reduces the travel, and it's a little bit kind of like a home from that point of view. But yeah, great exposure, great coaches for them to be able to work with and then develop up through the Team Bath pathway. So yeah, we've got a few in sort of 17s, 19s, 18s, sort of knocking on the doors of others as well. But yeah, it's great. It's really great for us.
We'll touch on the day itself as well, the quality of netball we've seen. Is there a favourite game that you can pull out from any that you've seen?
Oh, I'll leave that one to you.
You put me on the spot there. I think, do you know what? I think one of my favourite games was Oakhampton and North London Collegiate. I think seeing how Oakhampton really grew into the tournament for me, I think that was a game that really stood out in terms of learning from what was two really tough games for them to start. So yeah, that was a standout for me.
One of the great stories of the day as well, Rean College, who pretty tough fixture list, to be fair to them. They had a Millfield side who came in all firing in Berkhamstead, and then in the final few games, which we didn't see on pitch 2, they really came together and pulled together a really strong setup, and that says a lot about their season going forward as well.
Yeah, all these teams they will have lost players from last year, from uppers, and then they've had a new sort of group of lowers coming through, and even some of the youngsters. I know in the Wrekin group, there's quite a few sort of year 10s and 11s involved in that as well. So it is a kind of a building 3 months again, particularly before we hit the big games in the spring term. But yeah, they've really come into their own, and it's great to see the teams have just got better and better throughout the day.
So the beginning of the season really is now. What are the plans for the next few weeks and months before the fixtures start rolling in?
Yeah, so there's already quite a heavy fixture list in, but for all of these guys here, they're involved in National Cup fixtures as well as local tournaments. So they will continue to push forwards. So we've got regional tournaments in January, hopefully qualified for the national tournaments in March. And yeah, all of the teams will just keep going from strength to strength and working with the squads that they've got in the future rounds.
Well, we will keep looking ahead to the fixtures that are to come. But thank you both for joining us here live on NextGen here at the University of Worcester Arena. Thank you so much for organising the event.
Thank you ever so much for having us. It's great.
Thank you very much for imparting all of your insight as well, Claire, throughout the day. You're a truly invaluable resource to have. So a perfect way to end the day here at the University of Worcester Arena as some presentations take place on field. Thank you again both for coming and speaking with us, and thank you as well to everyone who tuned in throughout the day live here with NextGen alongside Millfield and the University of Worcester at the Independent Schools League. We'll bring you the final presentations now down on court.
next award is for mid-court player of the tournament, so I'm going to hand over to Dan.
Thank you so much. Super impressed by the mid-court display. So hard to pick, but in the end, my midi player in the tournament goes to Japan. Shooter of the tournament was almost jointly by my co-commentator today from NextGen, who's just been amazing from start to finish. So hopefully parents, loved ones, friends and family will have all seen the stream as well, and they'll be incredibly proud of you all today. But we felt that the shooter of the tournament should go to Bella Fox. That's it. Thank you very much, ladies. Wishing you all a safe journey home. And also a final big thanks to Jenna for organising today's event from Millfield. And what's the date of your next round? Check your emails, possibly the 20th of January. I'm sure your coaches will keep you updated. Good luck all for your various regional rounds. I'm sure you've all done countdowns by now, but good luck for the season. Okay,